What's the verdict on the audio? Anyone there? Hello? A little quiet? Okay, I'll bump it up a bit. There we go. How's that? That should be good now. Cool. So, as you can tell, we have now upgraded to the Nintendo 3DS, which is fun. I'm also now playing this on a physical console, which is doubly fun. But that unfortunately means you don't get to see my mouse cursor anymore, so you'll just have to, like, assume where I'm clicking on the touch screen now. But, you know, whatever. You won't have to see my cursor in the way of the dialogue scenes. Alright. Well, let's get right into it. New game. This is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within are in no way intended to resemble those of the real world.
Wow! So this is Montedor.
Indeed. In only 18 years, this little desert oasis has grown into quite a tourist attraction.
Amazing, don't you think?
Yes, it is. Some people even call it the City of Miracles.
The City of Miracles.
The Miracle of Montedor. Montedor is well known because it started out as an oasis with one small inn and expanded into a large and prosperous city in the space of just 18 years. How could such a city develop so fast? Montedor is quite impressive, especially considering that Henry built it from nothing. Prologue, The Dark Parade. I'll bump this up a little bit. Bump the audio up a little bit more.
There's so much to look at here, Professor.
Yes, I've heard that Montedor is quite an exciting town.
The letter you received said some terrible things happened here. That's hard to believe.
We'll have a better understanding of the situation after we speak to Angela.
We should be able to see her estate just past this street.
Check it out, it's 3D! Its city is like one big amusement park. It certainly is a lively town. How could anything bad happen in a place so bright and colorful, Professor? Never judge a book by its cover. Only a thorough analysis will reveal a thorough conclusion. Right as usual, Professor. Let the investigation commence. I admire that spirit, Luke, but Montedor is a unique town. Before we begin, we'll need to take a moment to examine our methods. I'm all ears, Professor. To search an area, I have to tap the investigation icon at the corner of the touchscreen to enter investigation mode. Then I gotta scroll a magnifying glass around on the top screen by dragging it on the bottom screen, and then when it turns orange, there's something there that I can click on. It's a little different than the old system, but close enough. Whew. So now I can scroll around the environments. Look at all the stuff here, like all these people back here. I can check this fountain out. Look at this big circus tent up here. Look over here. I can do this, which is probably not fun to watch. And I can also click on this clown. Hello there. Welcome to Monty. That clown certainly has a lot of balloons, Professor. Or do the balloons have him? He does look a bit tied up at the moment. Perhaps we could offer some assistance. Come to the circus, clowns, animals, lots of fun. Can we be of some help, sir? Don't mind me, I just need to release these balloons into the air for the children, you know, for the kids. If I don't get these balloons into the air, I'll never hurt my clown nose. My manners, I'm stumble. Forgive me for not shaking your hand. Don't give me rude. Perhaps you could help me here if you're not in too much of a hurry. Puzzle 1, Stumbles Balloons. This puzzle's worth 20 points. This clown has gotten caught up in his balloon strings. Give Luke and Layton a hand in untangling the strings. Touch any of the orange points on the touchscreen to swap the strings around to that point. Things can get pretty tricky, but keep at it until you can free poor Stumble. It's possible to untangle all 4 strings in as few as 3 moves, which I'm not going to do because I am not good at this puzzle. Let's see. There we go. It only took 111 moves.
I have this one. An excellent puzzle.
Nice work, you freed the balloons and Stumble too. Now the balloons can be released high into the sky. All about pick rats. Pick rats are the same, I know what pick rats do. Oh, well, relief, thank you for that. No need to thank us, Stumble. Helping someone in need is its own reward. Sounds like you just got into town. Well, I hope you enjoy your time in Monty Door. Just be sure to always stay on your toes.
Whoa! Professor, look at that clown! And all the balloons! And the band!
I feel like you can make some pretty good memes with Professor, look at that clown!
This is fantastic! Everyone is having such a good time, Professor!
They are. And I'm looking forward to doing the same after our investigation.
Oh, right. The investigation.
Once we're able to relax, we'll see what the town has to offer. What?
Professor, what was that?
It's him! Run! Frozen like stone! Stone? Quickly!
Well, I haven't zoomed the screen because the subtitles are on the bottom screen. I feel like those are helpful. I can try. Yep, the classic roll. Do not have to wait very long in this game for that one.
What on earth is going on here?
Statues?
trying to escape here, get out of the way, will you?
Please, sir, try to remain calm.
Calm? Are you blind? Those people have been turned to stone.
How is that possible?
A very good question, Luke.
Professor, look up there.
What on earth?
1, 2, 3, 4. Did you miss me, Montador? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome!
Huh?
I hope you enjoyed tonight's dark miracle. Courtesy of the Masked Gentleman. Consider what you have seen tonight as a warning. Montador will soon be destroyed. Those who submit to the power of the mask may be spared. But then again, they may not.
There we go. Got some zoom in happening here so you can still see the
Professor,
subtitles.
Luke! What are you waiting for? A written invitation?
Of course.
Wait! Professor! Mine has something wrong with it!
Let's go. Everyone follow me.
Right.
Hey, wait for me!
Ha!
Yeah!
Follow the masked gentleman. Chase down the masked gentleman as he flies through the town. Slide your stylus on the touch screen in short, quick motions to move your horse left and right. Try to avoid barrels. Picking up carrots will give you a burst of speed, allowing it to smash through the barrels.
Follow the masked gentleman.
Here we go!
Now we are not only in 3D, but we also have alternate gameplay sections.
That's the way.
Yeah!
Good work.
Yeah!
Wow.
Yeah! Yeah!
Good work. That's the way.
Oh, I missed the carrot. Dang it.
Yeah!
Wow. Almost.
Yeah!
Good work.
Yeah!
Ouch. Damn it.
Look, there he is!
What? How did I not get that carrot? That's just ridiculous.
That's the way.
Alright, get over here, you bastard. Quit flying.
Huh? Look out! Whoa there!
I almost got him, Professor! Whoa!
He gone.
Got away!
Yes, they had quite an advantage over us.
I suppose we can assume that was the masked gentleman.
Was he using some sort of magic, Professor? How did he do all that?
Luke, I can honestly say, I don't know.
Damn, the professor doesn't know. The petrification incident. A number of people were turned to stone during the parade in Carnival Square. Some members of the crowd claimed to have witnessed the petrification as it occurred. Was this really some sort of miraculous act? The crowds deserted Carnival Square, leaving behind stone statues that must have been living people only moments before. Is the whole game
Magic
voiced?
seemed
No.
to be the only thing that could explain what we had seen. It disturbed me to see the professor at such a loss. It made me wish he never received that strange letter in the first place.
It's just front-loaded with voice acting. Also, since this one is recorded on my actual hardware, you can see another save file of Jared's on the same cartridge.
Professor, do you know someone named Angela Lador?
Angela? Yes, of course. Where did you hear that name?
It was on the letter.
A letter?
Let me, Professor.
Angela, after all these years.
Here you are.
Thank you very much, Luke. Very strange.
What is it, Professor?
Professor?
The Mask of Chaos.
The Mask of Cask.
Dearest Herschel, I trust this letter finds you well. I have read wonderful things about your work, Herschel. Or rather, Professor Layton. It's difficult to believe it has been nearly 18 years. I'm sure this letter comes as quite a surprise.
Professor Layton
but I
and
must
Majora's
ask
Mask.
for your help. We have experienced a series of terrifying incidents here in Monte d'Or. I must be cursed by the Mask of Chaos, for it is now threatening to destroy our city. I hope you can forgive me after all these years. I don't know who else I can turn to. I cannot give you the full details now. However, if you can spare the time, I shall tell you all upon your arrival. We are in desperate need of your help, Herschel. I've enclosed the address for the Lador estate. I hope to see you soon, Angela Lador.
No.
The Mask of Chaos? What is that?
Donald Rutledge wrote about it in his book, Ancient Histories.
Wow.
According to legend, the mask bestows great power upon whoever wears it.
Yes, the allure of omnipotence is as old as mankind itself. You seem to know quite a bit about the mask, Emmy.
Well, I have taken a few courses here and there.
I see.
Did I leave something out, Professor?
No, you're absolutely correct.
So this Mask of Chaos is well known in the world of archaeology?
Oh, yes. Among researchers, it's quite a popular topic.
So, what would it mean to be cursed by the Mask of Chaos?
It's difficult to say. Angela certainly wasn't very forthcoming in her letter.
What is your relationship with Angela, Professor? Is she one of Professor Layton's lost loves?
Hardly. I've known Angela since my school days. Our relationship was complicated.
Well, a true gentleman could never refuse a request to help an old friend. Right, Professor?
Why, yes, Luke. I suppose you're correct there.
In the letter, she refers to a series of terrifying incidents. What do you think she means by that, Professor?
That is a good Emmy face.
I can't say for certain, but I know how we can find out.
Smug Emmy. Doo! The Mask of Chaos. It is said that the Mask of Chaos grants magical powers to whoever wears it. Could this power be behind the masked gentleman's acts? The Mask of Chaos is an extremely popular topic in the archaeological world. How are these people turned to stone? This must have been what Miss Angela was referring to in her letter. Yes, we need to find out how long this has been going on. Did you discover anything of note, Emmy? Yes, according to the witnesses I spoke to, the masked gentleman first appeared about a month ago. Since then, he's created several disturbances around town with these dark miracles of his. What reason could he have for doing such awful things to these people? Have you heard anything about the police? Have they procured any leads? Apparently they have a few, but it sounds like they're still clueless about the identity of the masked gentleman. Word is that their investigation's at a standstill. The police have no suspect, no motive, and no explanation. I see. Very well, I'd like to take a closer look at the scene here before we move on. Stone people. Professor, these people, how could this have happened? Those statues, that could have been us. Let me take a few photos for evidence. It's difficult to say what we may encounter here. Let's be sure to keep our eyes and ears open. Always, Professor. I think I see something may be able to help us here, Professor. Look over there. It's our good friend in 3D. Once again, destiny makes us cling like a sweaty shirt to bare skin on a hot carnival night. Welcome to Monte d'Or, my friends. Thank you. Yes, I believe we've met before. You are Aldous, correct? The one and only. Happy to see you looking so robust. Are you on holiday as well? How only sublime that we would meet here. I was just watching the parade with a heart full of joy and a mouth full of laughs when I was nearly turned to stone. But enough of this idle geological chatter. Perhaps I will share with you a special something about Monte d'Or. We would appreciate any information you could share with us. You see, I prepared a wooden box in the area. You should search this area with a stylish search. Now search. Oh shit, dude, I gotta find it. Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. I don't see any wooden boxes. My young boy, please take a breath that is deep and think much of relaxing candy. Of course you do not find my box. Could you clarify your meaning, Aldous? I believe I can. See, before you could only investigate, but now you may zoom. Zoom? What do you mean by that? As you search with the magnifying glass, let it flash with a blue light. That, my friends, is a zoom point. When you find a zoom point, touch the tap screen just as you would with any point of interest. You do not let me down. Zoom! Zoom! Wow, a hidden box. You have filled my heart with much pride, my little friend. See, in this way you can look for many sorts of hidden things. This is good. Let me make a note of it. Good, says the old saying goes, a box found but not searched is a box not found. Think. Coin. Aha, hint coin. If you find a puzzle you cannot solve and you need a hint, these shall become your best friends. But beware, there are a limited number of hint coins in Monte d'Or. Use them wisely or expect the tears to meet your cheeks. Hint coins are hidden throughout the town, so if you see something suspicious, simply slide, tap, and sometimes zoom! Be sure to zoom as often as you can. Do not waste the power of the zoom. Once finished, simply tap zoom out on the touchscreen. Now I have sacrificed an excess of my holiday helping you, so I must bid you adieu. He's a bit of a strange gentleman, isn't he? Perhaps he is, Luke. Perhaps he is. Well, he gave us good information regardless. Zooming will certainly help our investigation. Is there anything else over here worth investigating? Nope. Just making sure. The circus tent. Professor, let's head over to that tent. Maybe we'll find something there. That may not be a bad idea. A full investigation of this town is going to be quite a task. Well, we'd better get started straight away. Absolutely, Luke. Let's just quickly establish how to go about exploring the city. Right, I almost forgot about that, Professor. Gotta go back to map, and then I can click on map markers on the touch screen. Quite simple, don't you think? Indeed, I think I've got it. Tap back to map, and then tap where you'd like to go next. Exactly. Now then, Luke, let's head for that tent. Remember, effective footwork is the key to any successful investigation. Here. Oh, Professor, how should we go about keeping a record of our investigation? Yep, click on the trunk. This one's the exact same. I don't need to know about the trunk. Okay. Look at this big, deflated clown. This parade float's much bigger than it seemed earlier. It doesn't look like it'll be floating again anytime soon. It must have deflated at some point during all of the commotion. Do you hear that? Is somebody crying? I hear it now too. It's coming from the float. Wait, it's not the clown that's crying, is it? I certainly hope not, Luke. That would be a cause for some concern. Let's take a closer look at that snap. You alright, little girl? It was a girl who was crying. Ooh, thank goodness. Thank goodness yourself, Shorty. Well, she doesn't appear to be too broken up. What's the matter, dear? I can't. Use your words, sweetie. We can't understand you if you keep crying. I think she might be lost, Emmy. Let's help this little one find her way. Leave it to me, Professor. Hey there, kiddo. Are you lost? Where are your parents? Who you calling kiddo? I want my mommy. Everybody gangsta to the clown starts crying. Hey, what's up, Linda? You haven't missed too much. Mama has red hair and a pink purse with a bear on it. Is this Camille? Women below were overheard saying, A, look how stylish everyone is today. B, hold on, this isn't my purse. C, I'm actually a man. D, my purse is a blue one. E, this bag isn't mine, it has the wrong pattern. Let's see. So it's not A or C. It's not E. So that leaves B or D. And then D says that her purse is supposed to be blue, so it's not D. So the answer is B. Guess one.
Let me have a shot. I'm the professor's apprentice.
You found her, thanks, Shorty. There you are, Cookie. You had me worried sick. Thank you, young man. Just doing my duty as a gentleman. A gentleman, that's rich. I mean, thanks for helping me, kind sir. You're my hero. Yee-hee. She called me her hero. I like that. Ooh, I think she likes you, Luke. I am inclined to agree, Emmy. It was nothing. Any hero would have done the same. Indeed. Well now, let's make our way to the Lador estate. It should be just up the road here. Ding. New location. There's a policeman over there. Perhaps we should see if he's seen anything strange. Good idea, Luke. Let's see if he can help. We have reports of another sighting of the masked gentleman. Do you know anything about this? Actually, we are going to ask you the same thing. We pursued the masked gentleman earlier, but he escaped. So I'm already too late. Curses. I'm already too late. Always. Double curses. We do everything in our power, yet he continues to elude our grasp. How does he do it? Nice weather today, eh? I investigated the incident at the museum, but came up empty there. Yes, I heard something about some of the paintings coming to life. What is this? I'm sorry, Professor, in all the chaos I forgot to mention what I heard about this very strange incident. People jumped right out of the paintings that were on display. Sure had us in a pickle. Still does. Pickles. We removed every last painting just to be safe. No problems with the art there since. So that's why the museum is closed. Well, it doesn't make much sense to keep an empty museum open, does it? Shame's located right in the heart of town. I'm a bit surprised that a city as new as Montedor would even have a museum. I can't imagine that transporting valuable pieces of art all the way out here would be an easy task. You definitely learn to appreciate art when you're out in the middle of nowhere. Yes, I wonder why the masked gentleman would choose to appear somewhere so remote. Why here, and with that mask? Sergeant Pickles is going to investigate. Let's continue onward to the Lador Estate, Professor. I believe we take a right here at the crossroads. Not talking to that clown. Or stumbles. The Lador Estate should be just down the street past this quaint shop here. It's so nice to finally find a peaceful area in this town. Yep. Pretty sure this guy gives me a mini game, so I'm gonna talk to him. I got bears, I got trucks, dolls, robots, everything. You want it? Guys, got it. Oh, wow. Those toys are so cute. Which one did you say is your favorite, Luke? I guess the bear is kind of nice, if I were still into that kind of thing. I knew you'd like the cuddly one. I like that robot myself. Excuse me, sir. I got dollhouses, little tea settings. It's all very, yeah. What, there's something in my teeth? A goddess fell from the sky and landed outside my shop. Where? I've been saving this puzzle for a woman with chestnut hair and an acorn face. Please take a look. Puzzle 5, Robot Factory. This robot comes in 4 parts: head, body, arms, and legs. To put the parts together, put each part into one of the 4 yellow boxes, then flip the switch. Unfortunately, it's unclear which order they'll be assembled in or how they'll be arranged. Can you put the robot back together correctly? You can rotate the parts as well as move them. When all the parts are in place, touch Submit to start the assembly machinery. Okay. Let's just see. Let's just try this way. Okay, cool. Got it. Let's try this. Whoops. That is not right. How about this way? Oh, so close. Damn. Go. Robot.
Please, allow me. An assistant can solve a puzzle or two.
Correct. Now the toy robot is fully assembled and ready to be played with.
Stunning brains that match your beauty. I would never insult the guys by charging for my wares. Allow me to offer this robot to you as a gift. Please take him on your adventures. He's a brave one. He's humble, loyal, and a bit of a romantic as well. I'll not take no for an answer.
Wow, I'm speechless. Thank you. Robot minigame confirmed. I remember this minigame being very annoying.
I realize you must go. Just know that when the stone skips across the pond, you shall always ripple through my heart.
Well, this was weird, but sweet. Thanks for the robot.
Of course, if you return, please grace my shop with your presence. I'm just a servant to your masterful beauty.
Alright, never talking to that guy again. Weird. So, this is where all the houses are. It's much calmer here in the residential district. I can actually hear my ears ringing now. Yes, Montedor's main district is lively, but I doubt many people actually live there. Nobody lives in the main district. Where's everybody sleep? With all the attractions, I don't know how often people are actually sleeping.
Hold it right there, yous. What you sneaking around here for?
We're headed to Angela Ledor's estate. Could you be kind enough to point us in the right direction?
I could. Could also be kind enough to see you address Mrs. Ledor with a bit more respect there, Top Hat. What kind of trouble you hiding under that chimney on top of your head there anyway? A mask, maybe?
Now, down boy, you're bordering on creating a scene, and a most unappealing one at that. No need to resort to violence unless you think you could actually get away with it. Just kidding, sort of. If you have a dispute to settle, perhaps you could use an elegant mind to craft an elegant solution.
Alright, like what's elegant then?
When resolving a conflict, a gentleman always prefers the elegant solution.
Well, I assure you have little interest in a gentleman's preferences. How about a battle of wits by moonlight, then? I have 4 cups. I'll place a ball in a cup. You point to the cup with the ball. Do you follow, or shall I repeat that?
Ball. Wow, whoa.
Which one is it?
Well, I didn't actually get to choose. I see. However, I'm not certain this would necessarily qualify as a battle of wits.
Leave this to me, Professor. I can get this.
Oh, you can't let a kid play. You gotta take this serious.
Cute. It seems you're evenly matched. Now, shall we? Keep your eyes on my handsome hands.
Wow. Ball. Whoa.
Who's first?
Oh, you're fine. I could outsmart a kid. Now it's your turn, boy.
Let's see here. This one.
Wow, I got pranked. Too bad. Too ass.
But I was certain that was the one.
Well, it wasn't. Next time, spend more time watching the bowl and less time checking your diapers.
So is this dispute settled then? Hardly. Step aside, Luke. I'll handle this.
Of course, first a kid, now a girl. What's this world coming to?
You know what? On second thought, maybe it would be best to settle this with violence. Now, let's all take a deep breath, just relax and focus on my fantastic fingers.
Ball. Whoa.
Who's first?
With his choice, I'll go first, girlie.
My turn. That one.
Wow. Damn.
What? There's something odd about all this.
Yeah, old like the 3 of you sneaking around here, eh? I say that's all, and I just did. I bet the gentleman wants a shot too. Care for a go, Top Hat, or do you let the ladies and kiddies do all your dirty work?
I'd be delighted. I'd be delighted to play now that you two have clearly tipped your hand.
Please don't suggest that I am involved here in some manner. I am only a facilitator.
Yeah, kinda don't know. I mean, this facilitator guy don't know nothing about no. Come on, I ain't good all night.
One last time, I will allow you to gaze upon my dashing and dexterous digits.
Ball. Wow. Look at it go.
Who's first?
So I'm gonna choose.
If it's all the same, I'd like to go first.
What? Alright, hurry up.
It's this one.
Yeah, I choose this one.
Which one is it?
Puzzle solved. I believe you will let us now continue on to the Ledor estate.
No dice, pal. Connor, you said...
Now, let's not make this ugly. You must leave the field of battle at once. Move along now.
But you said... Oh, remember this facilitator guy? You can be sure that this conflict ain't resolved, not by a long shot.
A well-earned victory. Do enjoy it while you can. I look forward to seeing you again sometime in the future. I must be on my way as well. Farewell. How'd you know where the ball was? You didn't notice? Our facilitator, Connor, indicated the location of the ball with his fingers as he held his hands over the cups. I knew they were cheating. I hope we run into those slime balls again. What were they even doing here? Do they work here or something? I'm sure there are all types of unsavory characters around here, Luke. We need to keep our guard up, that's for certain. I'm not sure what that was about, but I doubt they were acquaintances of Angela's. Maybe they were just out looking to con some tourists. Well, they certainly succeeded in stealing our time. Let's get through the doors. This must be the Lador estate. After 18 years, I'm a bit nervous to see Angela again, if you can believe that. Wow, I can't even imagine 18 years. Baby. Literal child. What a gorgeous mansion. Who's that up on that balcony there? Oh, yes.
Is that...
Angela.
I knew he'd come. It's so wonderful to see you again, Herschel.
Wonderful to see you, Angela. You look lovelier than ever. Thank you so much for coming, Herschel. Of course, I left as soon as I received your letter. It was a bit vague, however. Please forgive me. I didn't know how much detail I should have gone into. You know more about the Mask of Chaos than nearly anyone, Herschel. I just didn't know who else I could trust. Oh, where are my manners? Please, won't you come inside? Whoop! I'm disappointed in you, Professor. The Herschel Layton I know would never neglect to introduce his friends. Oh, of course. My apologies. This is... Amiel Tava, the Professor's assistant. A pleasure to finally meet you, Mrs. Lador. And I'm the Professor's apprentice, Luke Triton. Charmed, Mrs. Lador. What a polite young man. A pleasure to meet you both. Please, call me Angela. I'm sorry my husband cannot be here. How is Henry these days? Extraordinary how time flies, isn't it? Yes, it is. Henry's doing very well, thank you. You haven't changed a bit, Herschel, aside from finally getting your hair cut. Yes, that. Well, we can talk about that later. Could we discuss your letter for a moment? I must say, we've already experienced quite a bit of excitement since arriving here in Montedor. Yes, the masked gentleman is turning the town upside down. Everyone is on edge. Did you hear that he transformed a group of people into horses? Sounds absurd, I know, but there were several witnesses. Well, we witnessed a very disturbing incident on our way over here. Don't tell me that monster has struck again. Yes, he turned some tourists into stone. I still don't understand how he did such a thing, but it certainly was terrifying. How awful. It's clear the masked gentleman is trying to destroy our city with the power of the Mask of Chaos. With all of the tourists coming and going here, we still haven't been able to identify all the victims so far. Our residents are living in fear now, terrified of these marvels or miracles or whatever awful name he calls them. The Masked Gentleman, a mysterious villain called the Masked Gentleman, is performing oddly dramatic feats across town. He must have some agenda, but his motives are still unclear. The Masked Gentleman started staging his unsettling acts about a month ago. What on earth could he be after? Angela, do you know for certain that he is the actual Mask of Chaos? After all, that mask was lost with Randall. Who's Randall? Randall Ascot was my best friend and the one who discovered the mask. Professor, your best friend discovered the Mask of Chaos? So you haven't told them about Randall or the mask? No, I was hoping for... Honestly, I don't know what I was hoping for, Angela. What is it, Professor? You can tell us. Randall discovered the mask, and then what happened after that was my fault. You mustn't blame yourself, Herschel. Since the accident, Henry has gone into those ruins many times searching. All these years searching for Randall. Henry found the mask, Herschel. He what? Yes, he discovered it during one of his excursions and found a great deal of treasure as well. He came upon it in one of the caves. If he found the mask, then was there... Unfortunately, no, there was no sign of Randall anywhere. Henry is still searching for him, Herschel. Aside from his work and his family, it's the only thing he thinks about. I can't say that I blame him. I often catch myself thinking of Randall even after all these years. Your pendant? Yes, you remember. I love it so, even if it has aged a bit. Not unlike us. Of course I remember it. I never apologized for how I treated you, Herschel. You must forgive my silence all these years. I knew it wasn't your fault, but I just couldn't accept that Randall was gone. I wanted to say it was because I was young, but that's no excuse. I need someone to blame, Herschel. I'm sorry. I was completely insensitive to the fact that Randall was your best friend as well. Angela, don't. I never held anything against you. I couldn't save Randall, and I broke my promise to you. It is my greatest regret that my recklessness and poor judgment cost my best friend his life. It haunts me even to this day. Oh, Herschel, I'm so sorry. I know it is difficult on us all. The mask reminds me so much of Randall, as does my pendant. I protested, but Henry insisted the mask stay in the house. You kept the mask here. Then how did the masked gentleman come by it? It was stolen about a month ago. And this coincided with the first appearance of the masked gentleman. More or less, yes. Herschel, I want you to catch this villain. I want the mask, and I want Randall's memory to be left in peace once and for all. I will do my best. Can you show me where you kept the mask? In Henry's study. He keeps it locked, and I doubt he'll be home tonight. He's been out more and more lately. Is that so? In that case, we will take our leave for the evening and return tomorrow. Thank you, Herschel, for everything. I reserved a room for you at the Dromedary. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's just west of the city monument. You can't miss it. Oh, well, thank you. That was very kind of you, Angela. Leavening. Did I say leavening? No. No. You did. You said leave me. My stomach's growling terribly, Professor. Let's head to the hotel. Certainly. However, before we do that, I would like to do a bit more work. That is, if your stomach has the patience. Oh, of course. I think I'm just famished for clues. Let's return to Carnival Square. I would like to take another look at the scene there. Well, let's get to it then. Oh, excuse me, I'm terribly sorry. My apologies, sir. Oh, are you Professor Herschel Layton? I see you have me at a disadvantage. Oh, dear me, I do beg your pardon. My name's Morty. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mr. Henry Lador's assistant. Might I ask just how you're familiar with Professor Layton? Oh, Mrs. Lador told us some days ago to expect your arrival, and here you are. She said I'd know you by the hat. Please, allow me to introduce you to Luke Triker and Emmy Altapa. Pleasure. I trust that you've already met with Mrs. Lador. Yes, however, we weren't able to speak with Henry. Angela said that he is otherwise engaged currently? Oh yes, with another appearance by the masked gentleman, I'm sure Mr. Lador will have his hands full for the rest of the night. However, I will inform Mr. Lador that I saw you here. Please forgive him for not greeting you himself. My duties tonight are as plentiful as they are urgent. You must excuse me. A pleasure meeting you. Likewise, Morty. Thank you. If Mr. Lador has an assistant, he must be just as important as you, Professor. Well, I'm sure Henry is more valuable to Montedor than I could ever be, Luke. Let's investigate Carnival Square once more. Perhaps we can find something that will help lighten Henry's workload. Yeah, it's Morty. Those footsteps, could it be? Yes, the feet of a gentleman never lie. I know you even without my eyes seeing. Where is all this, you ask? Hidden, he answers. Use the zoom I told you about earlier. Zoom, my lovely, zoom! Okay. You over here? You over back here? Whoa. Miraculous, it seems you have mastered the zoom. The hairs on my head have never been happier. You found me with such ease. I knew my faith in your abilities was true. Bravo! Why, thank you. Did you wish to speak with us about something? Yes, well, if you do not mind, I have something important to show you. See that middle box down there? Place a magnifying glass on it and give it a tap. This guy. Whoa. Stylish clay pot. A new item. Suggestion item for your collection. You are now like a museum with feet. Montedor hides many odd items and rare works of art. Find these pieces and build your collection to increase your overall joy. As your collection expands, so shall your heart swell with wonder. There are many hidden items, are many, as are the places in which they reside. Enjoy! I shall definitely look forward to creating a notable collection of this. Thank you. I have no doubts that you speak the truth, and in anticipation of such words, I prepared a special thing for you. Remember where our destinies crossed earlier in Concord Square? The wooden box that was there, be sure to check it again. Now that I have graciously shared my wisdom with you, I bid you adieu. He instantly appears to impart his gems of wisdom, and just as quickly he's gone. Wow. The collection has been added to the trunk. I got the collection from Aldous. Wow. Wow. Never a boring moment in Montedor. Now let's make our way to the fountain. Things seem to have calmed down here. Yes, it appears that the statues have been cleared away. We should search for any clues that were left behind. Gotta open this box first, because he told me to. I got a knobbly cane. Wow. Crazy. Oh, you, no walking. I mean, stop there where you're walking. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I be walking somewhere else? You almost destroyed some important evidence there, lad. Oh, have you found something, officer? Oh yes, we didn't just find something, we've really found something. See, these hoof prints match suspiciously. They're all marked up with footprints from the tourists running everywhere. They go in the very same direction the masked gentleman went. How's that for some real police work? Well, I suppose that may be helpful. Have you talked to any witnesses? Have we talked to witnesses? We're the police. Of course we have. Well, I mean, we thought about it anyway. But we'll grill those witnesses just as soon as we find them. See, it's very hard to find witnesses in a tourist city like Montedor. At least we got all the statues in custody. They won't be giving us any more trouble. Now we just have to find out who they were. I realized that most of the people here were tourists when I was asking around. No one seems to know much about the Ladors. Only our residents would know about the Ladors. Good people, big house. If you need any general information on Montedor, I know someone over in the merchant district you should talk to. Her name is Eloise? No, that's not it. Jillian? No, that's not it either. I know she's a lady. She's a woman with a name, and her shop is over in the merchant district, just west of Montsartone Gallery. I see, thank you. We will look for a shopkeeper there. What's up? You got a puzzle for me? Did you see it? That masked gentleman is so talented, I can barely control myself just thinking about him. People turn into stone. What a show! What a show! That was no show, miss. Madeline, call me Maddie, and you're telling me it was no show. It was an experience is what it was. Pure genius. You saw the most recent Dark Miracle. Saw it. I didn't just see it. I felt it. I lived it. At one point, I was it. Whoops, I accidentally clicked the text too fast. I love the mask work. I haven't seen a piece of such tension in quite a while. Not since this puzzle, anyway. Puzzle 8, Carnival Colors. Colorful flags have been strung up all over town for the carnival. There are 7 different flags arranged in several different sequences. One such 3 flag sequence is shown in the top right corner. How many times does this sequence of flags appear in the strings of flags shown above? Write out the answer. Alright, memo. Let's see. So here's one set here. One set here. And I don't even know if that one counts because it's backwards, but I guess from the other side it would be that right order. And it looks like that's all of them. So it's just 2. It appears 2 times.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Sequence appears twice, once when you look at the flags from the front, and once when you look from the other side. Wow. Wonderful, that was almost as impressive as the masked gentleman. Any chance you know him? I'd love to meet him. The mask, the suit, brilliant, you hear me? Do you hear me? Just brilliant. Professor, if I may interject here for a moment, the masked gentleman could be anywhere right now. Good point. I mean, he has protected his identity in a town full of masked individuals. Yes, there are masks everywhere. The town's filled with them. Wait, does that mean that everyone here's a genius? Oh my. There's a boutique over in the merchant district that rents costumes. I know they have lots of masks over there. Do you think the masked gentleman does his shopping there? I don't know. We'll have to find out. That looks like the merchant district over there, Professor. Let's take a left here. Gotta look around. Miracle cut. Coin. Niels. I heard the parade was ruined. Too bad, so sad, as they say. Police always seem to step behind this guy. Typical. Lady in the boutique knows more than all our police officers combined. The lady in which boutique? One I'm standing in front of. Why, you gonna exchange your costume? No. Thank you very much. No thanks necessary, or wanted really. Professor, this must be the shopkeeper that the policeman told us about. She may have some information for us. Yes, let's go inside. Whoop. Madame Lapushkas. Look at all these masks. Wow. And a coin. And some fashion. It's so much easier to look for hint coins in the new system. Doesn't that mask look a little bit like the Mask of Chaos to you? I wonder if it's supposed to symbolize the sun. You're right, now that you mention it, the masked gentleman's mask is the same type of symbol, doesn't it? I've been meaning to show someone this puzzle. Would you like to have a look? Wow, a puzzle about the sun. Stamp Stumper. This stamp is adorned with a blazing sun motif. Can you picture how the design will look after you plonk the stamp down onto a piece of paper? Choose from A, B, C, or D. Alright, let's see. So it's not A or B, because I can just tell because the spiral is the wrong way. And then it's also the wrong way on D. It's turned 180 degrees. Actually, wait, no. It's C that's the wrong way. D is correct. Had to like flip my DS over. Look at him.
Please, allow me. assistant can solve a puzzle or two.
You had a bright idea with that puzzle, Luke. Thanks, I'm glad you warmed up to the idea. Alright, let's talk to this lady. Why, hello there, darlings. Do come in. Thank you. May I ask if this is your shop? Oh, shush now. I don't want to hear one word. Just have a seat here. I know exactly what you're here for. You poor dears, who was responsible for fitting all of you? You young man would look so adorable in a little harlequin outfit. Actually, we would just like to ask you a few questions. Ah, yes, here to pick Madame Lapushka's brain on the latest styles. Well, if you solve this puzzle, then perhaps I can help you. Puzzle 10. The place to be. This delicatessen is quite the fashionable place to shop for groceries this season. You can always look through the shop window and see a line of people waiting. The window is largely covered in posters. But can you count how many people are in line today? Wow, alright. Let's see. Looks like by their shoes there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's also one person in between these two people here, where you can't see their feet, but you can see the top of their head. So that's 8. And I believe that's all of them. 8.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. That was a challenge, to be sure.
Nicely done. Now, how may I help you? No, wait, just tell me a bit about yourself and we'll find a mask that suits your personality. Actually, we wanted to ask you about the masked gentleman. Oh, you like styles of the classic flair? Well, it's not much to say. He appeared about a month ago. Nobody knows who he is. I mean, he craves attention, clearly. His extravagant acts speak for themselves. Turns some tourists into horses. Odd. Performs these magic tricks. Well, some say they're real. I do not. That's all I know, darlings. If you're on some sort of an investigation, I have a little something that may help your logic skills. Who knows, it may also help your fashion skills there, young man. What, me? Here, I made this game myself. You'll need a sense of style, but you'll get the hang of it. You're still young. You may learn how to run a shop, too. Sounds like fun. Thank you. The shop minigame has been added to the professor's trunk. I remember this one's pretty fun. I'm gonna try this one out. Fresh fruits. The shop. It's not easy running a shop, you know. If you manage to sell out each aisle's inventory, come back and let me know. Don't forget now, okay? I won't. I'll sell out every aisle and come back to show you. The shop. Your aim is to stock your shelves in such a way that the customer will want to buy everything on display. We have a customer. Wow. Let's see. So basically you want to arrange items so that customers... Whoops, I almost just dropped my 3DS. So that customers will go on a shopping streak by placing items that are either of the same type or same color next to them. But if you place too many next to each other, then the customer doesn't know which to choose and stops buying. And so you want to get them to buy everything. A new item, apple. And now I want them to buy all these other things. So clearly I gotta start with this big green apple. And then I'll have this green pineapple, and then yellow banana, and then green banana. Go! Miss Tallery delicious apples. A Granny Jones apple. Stately pineapple. A Paradise pineapple. A King Cavendish banana. And well, I didn't read that one. Oh well. But yeah, that's that minigame. Interesting. Pretty fun. I guess while I'm here, I'll try the robot minigame, but I don't think this one is quite as interesting. Guide your toy robot around the hazardous course to reach the goal. Touch the yellow arrows to make the robot move up, down, left, or right. The robot moves 3 steps at a time. You can't stop it once it gets going. Nor can you make your robot change its direction mid-stride. However, if the robot bumps into a wall or a block, that will stop it in its tracks. Some stages include conveyor belts. They look like they're not in operation, but if your robot lands on a belt, this will activate the conveyor belt, and your robot will get carried along its path. This is an enemy mouse. This deadly foe only moves when your robot does. Don't let your robot bump into these. If that happens, it's all over. Oh no, the robot is trapped, or is it? The mice will move at exactly at the same time as the robot, so it's okay. And it also has a fuel gauge. You can grab a golden key to make your robot super mode. And then you gotta touch the red zone. Whoops, it passed the goal. To complete the stage, the robot must land on the goal exactly. That's the most annoying part of this minigame. Alright. Yep, that's the robot minigame. And then there's another minigame that we don't have yet. It seems that we've gathered all we can. I think it's finally time to head to the hotel. I believe we can get there if we just head north through the merchant district here. Walk directly through the plants. That's where they drew the dotted line. The monument. Can't believe this was just a desert oasis 18 years ago. How about we take a photo in front of it? Look at this thing. The arcade. Chance Avenue. It's a little different from other shopping arcades though. Intricate fish hook. That's fun. Casino sign. Coin. Look at that big building back there, that's crazy. Alright, I guess I'll talk to the clown if they have to move. But why is it always seltzer? I mean, would uncarbonated water be just as funny? Look, Professor, a clown! No, that's a bit rude, my boy. You don't just call me clown, I do have a name, you know, it's Juggles. Oh, he meant no disrespect, sir. Yes, I'm sorry, Juggles, sir. Oh no, my apologies. I need to learn not to take things so seriously. Look at my hands! Woo! Looks like you folks are looking for something a bit more challenging. How about a puzzle? Backstage blunder. Oh no, this clown was supposed to be on stage in a few minutes, but he tripped and dropped his juggling equipment. Everything he was carrying came in pairs, but an item from one of his pairs has gone missing. Can you find it? Wow. Which of these is there not a second thing of? Well, there's 2 rectangles. 2 yellow rectangles, 2 red hoops, 2 blue hoops, 2 red pins, 2 white pins, 2 purple. The only thing that there's not 2 of is this box he's holding.
How about this?
Wow. Puzzle.
Puzzles are made to be solved.
Nice. Last time I saw detective skills like that, I was earning my PhD in clown theory and existential enigmanomics. Speaking of nothing I just said, have you seen the monument here? I have a feeling you may find it interesting. Yes, I've heard it's an important part of the city's history. It commemorates the founding of Monte d'Or, if I recall correctly. Yes, it's a stone edifice attempting to stall the momentum of time itself, but it fails, it always fails. Such is man's lot. A shame that recent events have cast such a bleak light on the festivities here. If you'll excuse us, we're headed to the dromedary. Oh, fancy. Even if I could get 20 clowns into a compact car, I couldn't afford to stay there. It's just west of here, right? Have fun. Our circus is near there. Since you're in the neighborhood, stop by if you have the time, because the time always has you. Okay, thanks, clown. Goodbye. This hotel looks great. But it certainly looks like Mrs. Lador has taken good care of us. Yes, I doubt if I've stayed in a hotel this nice before, actually. I suppose a town that lives on tourism must have its fair share of fancy hotels. Look at that camel on top of the sign. One moment, Luke. Who's this here? This fluffball's a curse upon my house. A curse, I say. Oh, look at that rabbit. It's so cute. You would find this bunny to be cute? A paunchy cottontail such as this to be lauded for its looks? Truly a shame. This fur-covered sloth has exhausted my patience. Get thee out of my sight. You're getting rid of him, but why? Why, my boy, a circus. It's like a play. Everyone must play their part, but this idle fuzzball wants to get on by its cuteness. You can't just toss him out onto the street. I know, what if I taught him some tricks so that he could perform for the circus? What is this? You think that you, a child, a mere babe, can teach tricks to this fluffy hopping rodent? Of course, I can talk to animals. He says he doesn't want to leave his friends in the circus. He says that he'll work very hard if you just give him another chance. And he says he's sorry, right, Bunny? Yes, he does. Please give him another chance. I work here my entire life and no animal listens to me, and this child steps forth to speak with my laziest rascal? So be it. But I swear this, that Bunny's feet shall not see my stage until I see an ocean of progress. I give you half a fortnight. It's 1 week. 1 week I give you to transform this soft mass of fuzzy rubbish into a dedicated performance maestro. You'll see, sir, he'll be the hardest working bunny in show business. Choose a rabbit. This one or that one? Which one shall we pick? And then also provide a name, because I'm pretty sure they also have me name them immediately afterwards. Who will it be? Orange rabbit or white rabbit? Yeah, Camille, come pick a rabbit for us. Are they even there? If they don't say anything in like 30 seconds, I'm just gonna flip a coin. You say the white rabbit? Okay. That's enough time. Wait, crap, I picked the wrong one. Oh well. Whoops. I thought I had the white rabbit selected. I wasn't looking. What's this rabbit's name gonna be? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I can just put an @ sign in the rabbit's name. That seems fun. What is this rabbit's Twitter handle? Whole rots. At Whole Rots on Twitter. The rabbit minigame has been added to the professor's trunk. You got a new play for your rabbit, Sunflowers in the Storm. Tyrone gave you the rabbit. Rabbit has been added to the professor's trunk. Befriend the rabbit so you can teach him all the tricks he'll need to know.
You have a liking for brown rabbits, eh? Yes, I'll name him at Whole Rots on Twitter. He said you shall make him the hardest working of his kind. Such a bold flame, my boy. Let time tell how the bunny shall hop.
A cute little fellow, isn't he? We'll bring him back here once you've taught him some tricks, Luke.
I'm going to turn you into a great performer at Whole Rots. Me? What's that at Whole Rots?
Is he trying to say something, Luke?
He says he won't let us down, isn't that right, at Whole Rots? Don't worry, little fellow, we'll get you back home to the circus in no time.
Well, this has been quite an eventful and informative evening. I think it's finally time to step into our hotel. Let's go ahead and check with the gentleman at the front desk. He's there, posing.
Greetings, do you have a reservation?
I believe so, Herschel Layton.
I'm sorry, but I don't see anything under that name. We're fully booked at the moment. Perhaps another hotel would be... Oh, here it is, Professor Layton. Of course, as guests of our owners, we're at your service. I'll get your keys one moment.
So, the Ladors own this hotel? That is news to me. Quite impressive. I can see how Henry would enjoy the classic formality of the place.
Professor, what's Mr. Lador like? Were you two close friends as well?
I remember Henry is a very refined and polite young man. However, Henry and I never talked all that much, to be honest. He and Randall were quite close, though.
I can't wait to meet Mr. Lador. Everything's ready, sir. Now if I could just have you sign here. Please allow me to offer you a welcome puzzle, compliments of the house.
The treatment here is certainly first class.
They give you a puzzle just for checking in, incredible. And it's themed after a hotel, insane.
2 porters have to carry 6 pieces of luggage of unknown weight. Each piece weighs a different amount, and they're labeled in order of weight from A to F, with A being the lightest and F the heaviest. Each piece weighs up to 10 pounds, and the total weight is 40 pounds or less. Each porter can carry up to 20 pounds at once, and between them they want to carry it all in one trip. How should they divide up the luggage between them? Pile it all up in their hands, then ring the bell when ready. Alright, let's see. Let's see, this should probably work. Right? Yeah, this should work. Go! Oh, damn it. Too heavy. Still too heavy. There we go.
Don't keep me in suspense. There is no puzzle without a solution.
The luggage crisis has been averted. Incredible.
Well done, sir. Well done indeed. We have you in room 502. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much. That made for a wonderful welcome.
Do you think all the guests get a free puzzle when they arrive, or just the preferred ones?
Wow, what's this thing here? I've never seen this little house before. What is this little shack here?
Looks vaguely familiar. You're having deja vu, Luke.
Is this part of the hotel's decor? I don't know, guess it's just nothing. Probably not important. Don't like how they look at you.
Love this hotel, the location's perfect. But the name, the dromedary? I mean, what's that supposed to mean? I hate it.
Actually, I rather like the name. It refers to the camel on the sign out front.
Your tastes are different than mine, clearly. Anyway, I heard there's another hotel in town that rivals this one. I may check that one out as well. Isn't it fun to see different hotels when you're visiting a city? I love it.
Yes, perhaps we will look at some of the other hotels later as well. Rooms are so luxurious. This has to be the nicest hotel in Monte d'Or. The beds look so soft, too. We've had quite an eventful first day here in Monte d'Or. Wouldn't you say so, Emmy? You can say that again, Luke. I'm spent. A day like today makes me wonder if there really is magic out there in the world. Do you really think the Mask of Chaos holds some magical power? We can't say for certain, Luke, but we don't want to jump to any conclusions one way or another. It wasn't magic that turned those people to stone. What was it? That's the question, isn't it? And where do you find the answer? Yes, but let's say the mask didn't actually have magical powers. If that was the case, then why would anyone steal it? A good question, Luke. My intuition tells me that there is more to the masked gentleman than meets the eye. Transformers! More than meets the eye. Honestly, I'm not fully convinced that he actually has the Mask of Chaos. After all, I saw that mask disappear many years ago. What happened to it, Professor? You said this had something to do with your best friend, Randall. Tell us about him, Professor. About Randall? Professor, I know this may be difficult for you, but any information you can share with us may help our investigation. If that would be alright, Professor, we don't want to pry. Yes, perhaps you are right. It may help our investigation. It may help me as well. Very well. This was around the last time I saw Angela. Randall, Angela, Henry, and I all lived in a small town called Stansbury, just over the mountain range here. It was a charming place. No one locked their doors. We were surrounded by nature, and Randall was indeed my best friend. He educated me in all sorts of disciplines, including archaeology. I still have much to learn in the field, most certainly. However, back then I wasn't even vaguely interested in archaeology. Welcome back, Linda. Well, really, I can't imagine that. Getting into the backstory.
That night, we just listened to the professor. It broke my heart to hear him recount how he had lost his best friend. But hidden in his story was a clue that would prove essential to solving the case of the masked gentleman.
Save my progress, yes. Chapter 2, The Secret of Norval.
The first I heard of the Mask of Chaos. It must have been about 18 years ago.
I keep thinking it's going into a cutscene. There we go.
I win again, Herschel. Guess that means you'll be going with me tonight.
Randall, I told you, I'm not interested in archaeology.
Stop with the nonsense, Herschel. What happened to your sense of adventure?
You can't be serious.
Yes, I'm very serious, Herschel. I'm going to make archaeological history tonight. Do you have any idea what this could mean? It'll be the find of the century, and you're coming with me. So what do you say there, old chum? You're in, right?
Randall, I don't... Okay.
Whoa.
This time will be different, Herschel. You won't regret it, I swear.
Oh, dang it, the cutscene ended. I was trying to set up like some more stuff to make like the cutscene mode better. Just give me 1 second. Okay. This time will be different, Herschel. You won't regret it, I swear.
I've got a good
Oh wait,
feeling
no,
about
he is
this.
speaking this. I've got a good feeling about this. Wow.
I've heard that one before, Randall. I don't have time to go on another one of these silly expeditions of yours.
I'm telling you, this is different, Herschel. It isn't some silly adventure. I think I might be onto something big this time.
Look at Layton's hair.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Something priceless. Something indescribable. Something beyond your wildest dreams, Herschel.
All right, class, you've proven your legs work. Now please exercise your backsides and be seated.
Just meet me tonight. Soon our names will be in all the papers. You'll be the famous scholar Herschel Layton.
Oh, good, you're all seated. Perhaps there is hope for the future. I'm sure everyone did the reading from Donald Rutledge's groundbreaking book, Ancient Histories, correct? So everyone already knows that Rutledge searched several archaeological sites which he believed shared similar origins. Of course, we all know he found a common factor linking these sites, which was the previously unknown Azeran civilization. Years later, we have barely scratched the surface of the Azeran and the wonders they left behind. Rutledge's breakthrough sparked a boom in the field of archaeological research, but you all already knew that, of course. Here on page 13, we see an incomplete journal entry from one excavation. Layton, what do you make of this? Let me take a look, sir. Puzzle 13, Ancient Artifacts. These explorers each found a unique object at a different depth in the ruins. Use the following statements to fill in the facts about each artifact, its material, and its depth. 1. The doll is made of wood. 2. B dug 100 centimeters deeper than D, who found something made of stone at 50 centimeters deep. 3. An item made of blue-tinged metal was found deeper than the wooden one. 4. The pot is made of sandy clay. 5. The coin was found in a shallower place than the sword. Alright. Let's see. The doll is wood. Let's see. Let's see. So the deepest thing is 200. So the only other thing that could be 100 centimeters deeper would be 150 and 50. Let's see. So then this is 100. Item made of blue-tinged metal was found deeper down than the wood one. Oops. So that's this one. The pot is made of sandy clay. So this person has the pot. The coin was found in a shallower place than the sword. So that's the coin that the sword's done.
Here goes. Puzzles can be quite fun.
Wow. I didn't actually think that was possible. Good work, Layton. Now sit. Thank you, sir. I will. Let's move on. One of Rutledge's most interesting discoveries was the stone circle of Pilnith. Pilnith was theorized to be a primitive holy site. Some rather unique artifacts were discovered there. These artifacts were the basis for a complex comparative study by the noted biologist Doris Pompedius. She theorized that these ancient peoples exhibited heightened intelligence as well as an elaborate language. Furthermore, through extensive fossil analysis, she proved that Earth once had an entirely different ecosystem. Fossils have a way of telling a story. Would anyone care to show me how? Sir, let me do it, please. Alright, Ascot, let's see if her ability matches your enthusiasm. Puzzle 14, Bite of Bygone Days. This fossil was found on a riverbed. Close examination revealed tooth marks, suggesting that it was formed when some kind of ancient fish bit into something tasty. Can you tell which of the fish pictured in the book made these tooth marks? That would be A. Because it's the only one with 3 teeth on the top jaw instead of 4.
Listen to this, Herschel. Every puzzle has an answer.
Don't apologize to me. You should apologize to yourself for missing the bunny name. Impressive, Ascot. I see you've done your homework on this topic.
With all due respect, sir, my brain barely broke a sweat.
I am due a bit more respect than that. Ascot's endless confidence will be on the final exam, so do take note of it. Moving on, our ancient forefathers created many wonders here in England, of which we've only found the smallest handful. Most of these marvels were crushed beneath the heel of time, but their legacies remain in various forms.
Sir, oh, Mr. Collins.
The lavatory passes on my desk, Ascot.
No, sir, it's not that. I was wondering if you've heard of the Mask of Chaos.
Yes, Ascot, I'm also aware of the Rosetta Stone and the mythology of the Holy Grail if you're checking my qualifications. According to Rutledge, the Mask of Chaos was imbued with magical powers.
Do you think it actually exists, sir?
I find it unlikely that such a sought-after artifact filled with magical powers would go unfound for this long. If I thought such treasures were still waiting to be found, I would be out looking for them rather than here lecturing you all. That being said, even if its existence and power were somehow proven, it would take a master archaeologist to find it. So, Ascot, if you're done with your series of irrelevant questions, perhaps I can continue teaching you relevant answers.
Yes, sir, of course, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, Randall, sheesh. Since you're so keen to show off your formidable intellect, Ascot, you can solve the next problem, too. Fix the fossil. Here's a fossil that's been broken into 9 pieces. It had been restored once before, but let's just say one of the teachers was a bit clumsy. It used to be a 3x3 square. Can you put it all back together? Since it's quite fragile, you can only move 3 pieces at a time, horizontally or vertically. Put it back together and center the grid when it's complete. Alright. Let's see. There we go.
Here's my answer. There is no puzzle without a solution.
Correct, so it was an ammonite fossil. You can solve this puzzle in just 4 moves. Who'd have thought it was that simple? Me, because I did solve it in 4 moves. I got a new stage for my robot. It zooped forward into the future. Alright, I see you've been sufficiently dazzled by the marvels of science enough for one day. Class dismissed.
Wow, that just flew by. Cranky Collins is a grump, but he knows how to give a lecture.
What is it that you were pestering him about?
Aha, curious, are you?
Curious as to why you would provoke the person that controls your grade, yes?
Well, come over to my house later tonight and I'll explain everything. Don't make me the bad guy, Herschel. I hate withholding information from you.
Randall, honestly, sometimes I just don't understand you at all.
And so goes the price of genius. Just meet me at my place after dinner, okay?
I gotta pick up these hint coins in the past so that they go into my inventory in the future. That clock never seems to tell the right time, nor does my watch for that matter. What was that puzzle Randall was going on about? Wandering watches. 4 people are talking at the end of a very enjoyable evening party. Comparing watches, they realize that none of them have the correct time. A, my watch is always 20 minutes slow. B, this old thing's 10 minutes slow. C, I set mine 5 minutes fast. D, mine is 10 minutes fast. What time is it? Let's see. So, the slowest one would be the one that's 1:05. So then, it's 20 minutes after that, so it's 1:25. I don't even have to look at the other statements.
I'm not certain. Did I get it?
I'm honestly impressed that they're still doing time clock-based puzzles. Because there was also some in the last game too. Even though Unwound Future was full of them, they are still doing like time clock puzzles. Time may wait for no man, but it seems I must wait for time. I found a new item, tiny fountain pen. Wow. Wow, look at this big dude. Oh, hello, Dustin.
Hey, Brett Scott, off on another adventure to find Camelot. Say hi to the dragons for me, you ninny.
Archaeology is the study of our past. Even you must see the value in that, Dalston.
You can't earn cash from the past. When are you gonna wake up to that? While you're digging up pottery, I'll be running my very own hotel. I'm gonna have more hotels than my old man. That archaeology stuff won't ever get you out of Stansbury, you know.
I happen to like Stansbury, Dalton, but London is really the only place to get a decent university degree in archaeology.
Well, while you're studying ancient spoons, I'll be building my hotel empire.
Wonderful. I'll always need a base of operations for my expeditions. Bye.
It's simple, Herschel.
Mary! Aren't you going to need your bag for study group tonight?
Angela!
Hey, Randall! Did you get out of practice early today?
Yes, Herschel and I have some important things to do.
Everything looks good. We're done. Can you two wait a minute while I get my things?
She's as radiant as ever.
And she likes the most handsome chap in town.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, right, Layton.
Oh, Angela.
Don't you take that from him, Herschel. Randall, is that any way to treat your best friend?
Well, I suppose I could be a little nicer. But Herschel needs to stop running away from his future in archaeology.
He doesn't look like he's running away. Perhaps he's just not interested.
Thank you.
I think I can change that. I've got something very special to show the two of you.
Ah, not again. What is it now?
The Mask of Chaos.
Why am I not surprised? Randall, what is it about this fairy tale that has captured your imagination?
Always the skeptic. That's all right. At least I won today's fencing match, which means that tonight we do what I want to do, correct? 8 o'clock, right, Herschel? Angela, you too. To the future that awaits.
I doubt I'll be able to talk Randall out of this latest nonsense. Wait, no, that's present Layton voice. I should probably get some studying done while I can. Gotta try and get that subtle difference in there in my voice acting. Head home. Randall's fencing skills are improving. I'll need some practice for our next match. Perhaps I'll do a bit of research on fencing techniques before dinner. Yeah, so Layton used to be a fencer, and that's why he's so good at sword fighting in all of the times that he's done it. Hello, Mother, I'm home. Herschel, dear, thank goodness you're here. Can you come here for a moment? What is it? Is something wrong? Oh, Herschel, your father, he's... Mother, please, just hold still for a moment and tell me what happened. He's gone, Herschel. Some strange men said they wanted to see you, and then they just took your father away. Your father said they were friends of his, but I've never seen them before. You look so nervous, Herschel. Oh, where could they have taken your father? Mother, let's not jump to any conclusions. I'll go look for him. Oh, thank you, Herschel. I'll stay here in case he calls. Don't worry, Mother. I'm sure he's fine. I shall return presently. Do be careful. If anything happens, just cry out as loudly as you can. I'll be listening. I certainly hope it won't come to that. Look at this bowl of lemons. Look how many, there's so many lemons. A glass of fruit juice in the morning is a perfect way to start the day. What does this bottle say? Puzzle 18. That's juicy! The owner of a juice factory wanted to send a gift to 3 important customers. To make sure no one was offended, They were all given 18 liters of juice, but there weren't enough to make each bottle size. Or there weren't enough of each bottle size to make the shipments identical. Still, the owner was able to make up 3 shipments of 18 liters using different sets of small, medium, and large bottles. Can you work out how many liters of juice each size of bottle holds? All the sizes are whole numbers. Alright, let's see. So this is 2B6S. This is 1B3M3S. This is 4M6S. So then we know from this that 1B equals 2M from these two. And then from there, we can see that this is 5. This up here is equivalent to 5M3S. So then we know that 1 medium is worth 3 smalls. Let's see, so 1M equals 3S. So if we're assuming like S is the small ones carry 1, then it would be 1, 3, and 6. And I think those all match up. So let's see, with those numbers, B is 6 plus 6 plus 6 1, so that's 18. A is 6 plus 9 plus 3, that's 18. And C is 12 plus 6, that's also 18. Good. Done.
Here goes.
Quick math.
Puzzles can be quite fun.
That's a lot of juice. I can't decide which juice is my favorite. I mean, how many juices really are there? I assume he doesn't mean he's like drinking lemon juice all the time. Coin. Let me tell you about how me and Randall met, and how we got lost. After school, I went home, and then I looked around the house for hint coins for about 30 minutes. I found one in the fireplace, and there was also one on top of the lamp in my living room. Gotta look for Layton's dad. Where is he? Is he up at school? Father's probably just chatting over on Pebble Lane with his friends.
Oh, Herschel, my boy, where are you going?
I'm looking for my father, actually. Have you seen him by any chance?
No, I haven't seen Roland. Sorry, Lucille must be so worried. I'm sure everything's fine, though. You're a good son, Herschel. Before you leave, can I trouble you to help out an old lady for a moment? These ladybugs on this corn cob are, well, you should take a look.
Puzzle 19, Spinning Maze. 2 ladybug friends, one red and one blue, have lost each other in this corn cob. Wherever they go, the corn kernels seem to get in between them. Can you guide the red ladybug around the corn cob to meet its blue friend? Why? Alright, let's go. Gotta go on a quest through the corn. The corn maze. Wow.
I think this may be it.
Yeah, I know I said corn kernels.
Looks as if I got it.
Thank you, Herschel. Now I can eat the rest of my corn in peace, and that's really all an old lady wants. If I see Roland, I'll be sure to mention that you're looking for him.
Thank you, Esther.
You be sure not to go running around with any scissors, Herschel.
I don't know, judging by that haircut, I don't think Herschel even owns a pair of scissors. That woman will always see me as a child. Where was I? Oh yes, Pebble Lane. Fountain. Blech. There was a hint coin in there. And a bunch of water that I wasted. Oh, hello there, Henry. Herschel. Out shopping, are you? I'm procuring the week's groceries for the household, yes. I see. Do you need any help? I can manage fine, thank you. And where are you off to, if I may ask? Oh, I'm looking for my father. You haven't seen him, have you? No, I'm afraid I haven't. I'm sorry I cannot be of assistance. No apologies necessary, Henry. Well then, I suppose I'll be on my way then. Yes, and I as well. I wish you luck.
Hello there, Herschel. Looking well, my boy.
Good evening, Lionel.
I saw that scrawny friend of yours, Henry, shopping for the Escots. Make sure make him pull his weight what little of it there is. I can never be a servant like him. I'm too independent. Mother told me to fix a garden wall, and I'm doing it by myself.
Puzzle 20, 9 red bricks. Lionel is contemplating a row of 9 bricks for his mother's garden wall. 2 adjacent bricks in the row are much heavier than the rest, but he can't remember which. He's decided the only way to identify them is to lift the bricks one by one, but at the same time he wants to do it in the most efficient way possible. Can you work out the maximum number of bricks he might need to lift in order to find the 2 heavy ones? Alright, let's see. So if he lifted this one, and it was then 3, 4, so 4 of those, and then from there, if he has to know one of them must be heavy, and then from there he can just check the one, like if 6 is heavy, then he can just check 7, and then if it's the same weight, then he knows then that they're both too heavy, but if 7 is light like the others, then he knows 5 is the other one, so it needs to lift 5 bricks.
I
just found 9 bricks! Oh, I got it wrong. Oh no.
I need another go at that one.
He needs to lift the bricks in the most efficient way possible. Oh wait, hang on, let's see. So if we like start at 3 and then go 5 and 7 and then 8. I think we should be able to tell where they are, right? I don't know. If 5 wasn't the answer, I can only assume that it's 4.
I think this may be it.
Because I don't think you can get away with less than that.
Looks as if
I don't know exactly how you get 4, but... He might start by lifting bricks 2, 4, and 6. If one of them is heavier, he can then lift a neighboring brick. If that brick isn't also heavy, then he knows the one on the other side is. If none of the bricks that have 2, 4, and 6 are heavier than the rest, he can simply lift 9. If 9 is heavier, then 8 must be the other heavy brick. If 9 isn't heavier, then it has to be 7 or 8. Oh, that's right. That's how he does it. That was kind of close.
Oh, right, clever, thanks. It sure feels good to get things done on my own.
Happy to help. Good luck with the wall.
I've no luck, only know-how. Know-how is in knowledge, but not know-how is in not being able to do something, that is.
Fluorescent honey. That sounds kind of gross. Where could father have gone to? Now I'm starting to get a little worried. Hoy there, Herschel, why the worry? Have you seen my father, Doug?
Roland, no, can't say I have.
But while you're here, Herschel, my lad, how about a hand with this puzzle, eh?
A lick of paint. The prospective tenants of this row of houses have some unusual requirements. I want to live next to a red house. No blue neighbors, please. Oh, and a house on the end is out of the question. 2 doors down from a yellow house, and no neighbors the same color as us. I'm fine with any color as long as it's not blue or red. Can you repaint just one house so that every tenant can have their dream home? Touch a house to change its color. Alright, let's see. I think if I make this yellow, it'll work. So if we put number 1 here, number 2 here, number 3 there, and number 4 here. 1 lives next to a red house. 2 has no blue neighbors and isn't on a house on the end. 3 is 2 doors down from a yellow house and doesn't have any red neighbors. And then 4 is not blue or red. Go!
I'm not certain. Did I get it?
You truly are your father's son. By the way, what'd you say you were up to?
Father left the house earlier. Mother sent me out to look for him.
Lucille's worried, eh? That's a new one, huh? Well, if I see Roland, I'll let him know.
Thank you, Doug. Well, time to head out to the woods. Father, there you are.
Why, hello, Herschel. Yes, here I am. What are you so riled up about?
Mother said that you were dragged away by a group of strangers. She's practically beside herself.
Oh, your mother worries about the rising and setting of the sun. I told her those were some old friends.
She didn't seem to think they were friends of yours. She also said they were actually looking for me.
Oh, you were a baby when they last saw you. They wanted to see you all grown up. And as you can see, I escaped certain doom at the hands of my old mates in case of the disappearing father, so...
But what are you doing out here?
Oh, my mates wanted to see the Norwell Wall. You don't know what you're looking for. It's not an easy thing to find.
So they were sightseeing out here?
No, it may seem hard to believe, but back when that wall was first discovered, tourists streamed into our little town. They came in droves all year round, day and night, just to see the Norwell Wall.
I can hardly imagine Little Stansbury being any sort of tourist attraction.
Oh, there was quite a surge of interest in archaeology here. Scholars and researchers even started moving into town, hoping to decipher the writing on the wall some folks believed held secrets to an unknown civilization.
You're starting to sound like Randall.
Yeah, your friend Randall's rather charming and well-spoken, very intelligent too. Let's be off. If we keep your mother waiting any longer, we'll have to peer her off the ceiling with a garden rake.
Alright, let's go. Gotta go back home. Whoa. Mother, guess who I found?
Sorry to make you worry, Lucille dear, but didn't I tell you those gents were friends of mine and not to fret?
Well, I didn't know you'd be gone all day, did I? You just disappeared. My work here is done. If you'll excuse me, Mother, I'll be in my room. Wow, look how clean this is. Are we sure this is Layton's room? Quite clean here. It's fake. It's fake news. There's a puzzle hidden here. Randall must have put it here the last time he was over. Yeah, that's fucked up. He just shoved a puzzle in your dresser. Puzzle 22, Pokem Totems. Who's responsible for this mess? Each of these columns should be 3 blocks high and have a totem head on the top. Heads are arranged from left to right in order: yellow, blue, green, red. Can you use the mallet to shunt the blocks around and restore the columns to their original grandeur? Be careful though, you can never hit the top block in a column. Think carefully about which order to hit the blocks in. Alright. Don't. Don't. Donk. Doink. How do I get the red one over there? Oh, I see. Like this. Doink.
I think this may be it. Looks as if I got it.
Bong, gong, 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 gong. It sounded like Gmod props smashing into each other. He must have sneaked this in while I wasn't looking. Wow, Randall is really serious about getting me into these puzzles. I suppose I should do some studying. Old Cranky Collins may be planning to spring something on us tomorrow. You know, Randall was so worked up today. Even more so than usual, he seems quite sure about this treasure he's talking about. Come to think of it, he and Dulston were arguing about deciphering some old map the other day. Randall never did tell me what that was about. Maybe he's onto something. Wow, Randall must really be getting to me. Still, it would really be something if we discovered an ancient artifact. Herschel, dinner's ready. Well, there will be plenty of time to daydream later on.
How was school, son? Unearthed any fine jewels of knowledge today?
Well, I learned a thing or two about fencing from Randall today.
Have they decided yet which one of you will be going to the tournament?
No, but there won't be much of a choice if I have anything to say about it.
Finish your grody pudding, dear. It will give you extra strength for partying.
It's harrying, Mother. And no thank you, I actually have to get going.
You sure, son? There might not be any left once I get to it.
That's quite alright. I told Randall I'd meet him after dinner. May I be excused?
A bit late for parrying, isn't it?
Whoops. Yes, we'll just be studying, Mother.
Well, don't stay out too late. We've had enough drama with missing persons today.
Dinner was delicious. See you later. I gotta go to Randall's. Grody is a bad word. Hey, what are you doing here, dude? Doug?
Father run off again, Herschel?
Hello, Doug. No, I'm just going to my friend Randall's house.
Oh, what's that scamp plotting now? You be sure to keep him out of trouble. If anything happens to that boy, his father will have the whole town in an uproar.
Don't worry, Doug. We're just studying.
Didn't Mr. Ascot kick you out of his house once already? Try not to antagonize the man, Herschel.
That was an isolated incident. Good night. What are you doing here, dude? Out for a late night constitutional, Layton? Good evening, Mr. Collins. What are you doing lurking around the school at this hour? Don't you have an essay you could be writing? The essay, yes, it's coming along quite well. Almost done, mostly, sir. Well then, you'll be fully prepared for this puzzle, I assume. Puzzle 25, Brave the Caves. This young explorer wants to go from point 1 to point 5. To do so, he must pass through the correct four caves in the cave complex shown. The wrong caves are filled with horrible traps. He has with him 4 photos, A to D, taken by an explorer who made it through successfully. Work out the correct route using the photographs. However, keep in mind that you don't know where the photos were taken. Right. Well, we know that B was here. D was taken somewhere where you can see 2 other cave entrances. So that would have to be here. And then C, you can see grass in, but you can only see dirt in A. So A is here and C is here. So then going from there, we have taking the tunnel on the right here, because it curves this way. Taking the tunnel on the left here. Taking the tunnel on the right here, and then taking the middle tunnel here.
Here goes. Puzzles can be quite fun.
Take a good look at the scenery and the distance of each foe. You can tell where they were taken. Seems you have done your work after all. Yes, thank you, sir. Don't stay out too late. A rested mind is a spongy mind, meaning it soaks up facts and knowledge, not that it resembles cake. I'll remember that, sir. I'm quite curious to find out what scheme Randall has cooked up this time. I'm also curious as to what Dalston is doing here. Bit late for a stroll, eh, Layton? I could say the same to you, Dalston. Do your parents even know you're out?
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who cares? I go where I like, when I like. Hey, I just saw Angela, your little fossil fan club, having another digging party. You're a smart guy, Layton. What is Angela seeing, Randall? I mean, he's only the second richest kid in town.
Well, I'm not sure that I follow you, Dalston.
Right, what about you? Don't you get tired of always following Brat Scott's loony plans?
Well, I'm not as excited about archaeology as Randall is, but we always have fun.
He's good at talking, that's for sure. Never shuts up. Aren't we getting a bit old for childish adventures?
I wouldn't say that, Dalston. I mean, we're still teenagers.
Still teenagers? You mean we're already teenagers? You want to spend your entire life worrying about old bits of paper like this?
Mangled math. Whoops. Dalston has posed a math problem to Herschel. It's written on a homework sheet, but it's torn in several places, making it very difficult to read. Dalston smirks as he watches Herschel examine the puzzle. With an air of self-satisfaction, he says,
Still struggling, but it's the simplest math problem ever.
Can you help Herschel work out the answer to the problem? Write down the number. Let's see. Well, if I spin my DS upside down, I can see that in the negative space of the paper is actually cut out 17 minus 2. So the answer he's looking for is 15.
I think this may be it.
BRB, don't fight Descalay without me. Okay, I won't.
Yeah, I figured you were just as puzzle crazy as Escott. You're a lost cause, Layton. You and Angela both. Have fun with your little games. I can't wait till I'm a rich hotel owner so I can laugh at you over a posh suite. Careful around Randall. You don't want to end up like the Escott servant. I saw him carrying their groceries earlier. Guy's our age and he's already working for someone else. Shame.
Henry doesn't seem to mind. It's honest work. I don't see any problem with it.
Well, no one's going to be a boss of me, I'll tell you that. Especially not anyone from the Brat Scott family.
You sound awfully bitter, Dalston. If you would like to join Randall, Angela, and me sometime, you can just ask. Anyway, I should go. See you tomorrow.
Oh, Herschel!
Angela, perfect timing.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Randall seems to be quite single-minded lately.
Yeah, that's Randall. I think his enthusiasm is one of the reasons I admire him.
I suppose.
But that passion makes him easily excitable. You know, you're very good for him. You keep him balanced.
Is balanced the same as boring?
No. Randall's lucky. We're both looking out for him.
Yes, he is lucky, isn't he? He's got a kind girlfriend who's concerned about his well-being, and a loyal best friend. You'll always look out for him, won't you, Herschel? Promise me.
Yes, I promise.
I'd rather avoid Mr. Ascot if at all possible. Good idea, Herschel. We don't want a repeat occurrence of last time, TT. Find a way into Randall's room. That's just a coin. Also a coin. More coin. Puzzle. The ivy on the wall is really the VIP entrance to Randall's room, isn't it? I could count the number of times I've used the front door here on one hand, with 3 fingers. Randall's father isn't that bad, you know. He's just strict. Very strict. I know. Let's give Randall the signal. Would you like to do the honors, Herschel? Puzzle 27. Ring the bell and send the signal to Randall. Set the order in which the 4 slingshots are shot. The shots will bounce off walls once, and any obstructions they hit will break and disappear. If you get it right, the bell will ring. Wow. Amazing. Let's see. Let's try this. Nope. How about this one? Okay.
I'm not certain. Did I get it?
The bell rang. Hopefully Randall heard it. Always a satisfying shot. Let's go. Randall? We're here. Now what's the big surprise? What took so long? Glaciers formed while I waited. Did you have to protect Angela from some evil dangers along the way, Herschel? I am bound to say the lady didn't require my aid, though I would have gladly provided it had the need arisen. Always the perfect gentleman, eh, Herschel? Chivalry is dead, you know that, right? I like to think that it's just hibernating. So, what is it you're so worked up about? Yes, Randall, what is it? I can't stay out too late tonight, you know. Patience, my friend. Some things require a bit of presentation.
Huh?
Is that the Mask of Chaos?
The Mask of Chaos? The one and only. It is what Donald Rutledge wrote about in ancient histories. I found it. Don't be absurd, Randall. That's not real. How could it be? I assure you, Angela, it is absolutely 100% the genuine article. According to Rutledge, the legend says, he who holds the Mask of Chaos may make happen all that which he desires. That sounds nice. I don't believe a word of it, of course. It's just ancient superstition. But upon examining the mask, I made my own discovery. Something Rutledge didn't mention. Exactly. The mask may not grant wishes literally, however it can perform at least one incredible miracle. It holds the key to an unimaginable fortune, treasures beyond our dreams. If I can crack the puzzle of the mask, it will lead me straight to unknown riches. Well, say something. Are you ready for a true archaeological expedition? Not quite. Randall, how do you know this is the real mask? Where did you get it? Both fair questions, my dear Herschel. It wasn't easy. I had to crack a devilish puzzle to get my hands on the mask. A puzzle? What puzzle?
Take a look at this. Behold!
What is this?
I don't understand.
We made the trip to Monte d'Or to investigate the Mask of Chaos. There, we witnessed a terrifying sight. Civilians petrified before our very eyes. We met Angela Lador, an old friend of the Professor's. We also learned of a tragic event in Professor Layton's past. I didn't get much sleep that night, but the sunrise was quite beautiful.
Damn. She stayed up all night. Can't wait for Emmy to pass out in the middle of investigating because she didn't sleep. Whoa. Oh my god, how do I get these things out of the folder? Tried to put these things in a folder so I can make them both visible at the same time, and it did not help. Let me maybe try that again. But there we go. That should work for the future. Good of you to join us, Luke. I thought the Professor's apprentice would have been up at the crack of dawn. I'm up now. Where are we off to today? Oh, we've already solved the case, Luke. We found the masked gentleman while you were sleeping. What happened? What did I miss? Emmy is just teasing you, Luke. Pay her no mind. Now, before we meet with Angela, let's review what we know so far. Good idea. We saw someone calling himself the masked gentleman turn a group of tourists into stone. This is just recap. I'm gonna skip this. Don't care about recap. See that woman over there, Professor? Do you know her, Emmy? I don't think so, but there is something familiar about her.
Don't you just love Monte d'Or? The parade, the carnivals, the costumes, the puzzles. Why, it's enough to make a granny blush. You folks look like you may have some brains between you. Are you puzzlers?
Yes, we are. I'm sorry, don't I know you?
No, that isn't me. I'm from out of town, just trying to keep a low profile. You know, you can call me Nanograms.
Very well, Nanograms it is. A pleasure. Did you say something about puzzles?
I did. I bear such a resemblance to other beautiful and clairvoyant puzzle keepers that I thought I'd take up that duty, you know. Life is chock full of puzzles. Easy puzzles, hard puzzles, fun puzzles, but never a boring one. Puzzles are everywhere. But sometimes a puzzle might stump us and we need to put it off until later. Other times we may miss a puzzle completely. That's where I come in. I gather up those poor neglected puzzles, rinse them off, and put them out on display.
So if we miss any puzzles or need to skip any puzzles for them, we can just come to Nanograms here. Indeed, very convenient.
You bet. Just remember where the mysterious Nanograms is to find any puzzles you passed over.
That's incredible, thanks.
Of course, when you want to go back to a puzzle, come give me a tap.
Yep. So this is not Granny Riddleton, definitely. Trust us. Town certainly is quite a dance since last night. I wouldn't count on that lasting for long. Do you think there'll be another parade tonight, Professor? I don't know, Luke, but I'm sure there will be plenty of exciting events regardless. Professor, should we continue gathering information from witnesses? Yes, Emmy, I was thinking that we could ask around on our way to the Lador estate. Professor, look, there's that little girl who was lost yesterday. Hey, welcome back. I went to talk to the clown and lost my mommy again. She's lost again. That's terrible. We must continue our investigation, but a true gentleman would never abandon someone in need. Right, let's find this girl's mother again. Now there, my dear, where did you last see your mother? She was up where the water shoots up, over by the big tent. She must mean Carnival Square, Professor. Let's go check it out. Wow. That woman, is that? Please, I want my mommy. Pardon me for just 1 second, my dear. I must speak with that woman.
Yes, sir, but you look so familiar.
I thought that was you, Esther.
Of course, it's little Herschel Layton. Let me have a look at you. You look quite the dashing young man, and you finally cut your hair.
Friend of yours, Professor? Yes, from long ago. This is Esther. My, what are you doing here? Are you on holiday?
Oh, heavens no, I moved here. I guess it has been 5 years now. Stansbury is quite the ghost town now, you know. You could have told me you got married and had children. Wedding invitations to old ladies just get lost in the mail, I suppose.
Wedding? Oh my, no. This is my assistant Emmy and my apprentice Luke. Luke is the son of a good friend.
Hello, Emmy Altala. We are actually in the middle of looking for Cookie's mother, so... That's nice, dear. You know, Herschel, it wouldn't hurt to visit every now and then. Never thought I'd say this, but I miss the old Stansbury. Living here has been nice, but lately it's been so scary. That masked gentleman just gave me the chills, although I must say there's something intriguing about him. I heard that some toys were turned into stone horse paintings, or were they painted into stone horses? Regardless, it was bad.
Thank you, Esther. There were a few incidents, actually. Please be careful. It was wonderful seeing you again. Oh, look at this dude. My shining teeth are as a striking reflection of my massive wit. Oh my! Go away, you little ragamuffins.
Nice to meet you too, sir. What's your name, shiny rich man?
Oh, what charming little street urchins. My name is Sterling, my dear. Isn't it past your bedtime yet?
It's morning, shiny tooth.
It is. Oh my, where has the time gone? Well, are you children lost? I'm sorry, but I can't give you any money.
I'm trying to help this girl find a mother so she can stay with her from now on.
One lost child helping another lost child. Now that is rich. Now that I think about it, I saw a woman with bobbed hair and white trousers near Carnival Square. She was asking around for her daughter.
That must be her. Thanks, Mr. Sterling. Yeah, thanks. Keep flashing them choppers.
Not at all. I'm just glad to... Choppers? Well, I never.
I don't need to talk to that guy again. Yes, the museum is still closed. The police must be investigating the scene.
My mother was upset we couldn't get into the museum. Me, not so much. Wonder if they'll reopen the museum. They gotta at some point, don't they? Otherwise it'll turn into a museum.
I imagine all of that will depend on what the police find, and when they find it. Oh, geez, what was this guy's voice? Aha, so we meet again. Good to see you, Morty. Do you have business here as well? Oh, Professor, I'm out. I'm looking for clues to help explain last night's events. Why I've turned up absolutely nothing. Nah, this isn't this guy's voice. I don't remember what it was. I always wanted to be a detective, so I thought perhaps I could find someone to help out a bit, but I failed. Nonsense. An investigation demands persistence. Don't get discouraged, Morty. This is quite a tricky case. Thank you, Professor. I'll remember that. Oh, where did this little girl come from? Weren't you with a young boy earlier? Yes, you see, you do have quite the observant eye. This is Cookie.
I'm lost, or my mom's lost, however you want to look at it.
Morty, have you seen a red-headed woman wearing a purple jacket?
If I'm not mistaken, I just saw someone like that in Carnival Square. She was asking around about a little girl. I'm sure it can't be a coincidence. Thanks, mister. See, you'll be a detective soon enough.
Oh my first solved case. How exciting. If you need any other help, Professor, please don't hesitate to ask.
Bye-bye, pal.
Located.
Where did that child go off to now? I look away for 1 second. Mommy! Cookie, didn't I tell you to stay close?
I was watching a clown and you were gone when I turned around. These folks helped me find you again.
A gentleman never neglects those who need.
Thank you so much, sir. I do apologize. Yeah, thanks, mister, and thanks, Luke. Thanks, Luke. So cute. Cookie seems to be good at getting herself lost. She may grow up to be quite the adventurer. When I was her age, I got lost once, and it was so scary. Oh no, what happened? Oh, I just got lost looking at teddy bears. My father found me pretty quickly. I guess it's not so scary when I say it out loud.
Now that we've done our good deed for the day, let's head to the Ladors and speak with Henry.
Herschel, nice to see you again. I'm sorry, but Henry had to run out rather suddenly. But he did say I can show you his study. Please look as long as you'd like.
Thank you, Angela. I trust everything is okay.
Oh yes, Henry just had some business in town. Please, this way.
Of course. Thank you, Angela. It's a shame that we missed Henry again.
Yes, he's been very busy lately. Keeping order in town takes up much of his time. He's been trying to calm our local business owners. I've barely seen him since the masked gentleman appeared. Oh my, what a beautiful study. It's tidier than a hospital in here. Yes, cleaning is Henry's hobby. Ah, I see. How fascinating.
Angela, this home is quite large. Is it just you and Henry here?
We also have the servants, but Henry does most of the work. When he's anxious, well, he likes to be productive. He must be anxious often. It sounds as if he built Monte d'Or from nothing. Yes, Henry is quite amazing in that way. He's always been very focused like that, well, at least ever since Randall. Please investigate the study for as long as you'd like. I'll try to stay out of your way.
There's a big painting on the wall.
Desktop looks untouched. Henry used to sit at that desk studying the mask for hours, but no longer.
So Henry did most of his work in here?
Yes, he was always poring over that mask, that awful mask. I wish Randall never found that stupid mask all those years ago. That thing tore us all apart, all of us. But now it seems the mask has brought you and me together again. How ironic.
It does seem to be a mask that can bring both immense joy and immense sorrow. That mask has served as the agent for both Randall's misfortune and Henry's success. Is it true that Monte d'Or wouldn't even exist today and Henry never found the mask and the treasure?
Yes, through his expeditions he created this town out of nothing. Hence the name, the City of Miracles. Henry used some of his fortune to open a small hotel in the middle of nowhere called the Reunion Inn. The entire thing was very odd from the start. Visitors began flocking to that hotel, became immensely popular. His little hotel project became his first success out here. The rest is history. From there, Monte d'Or flourished into what it is today. It's hard to believe the town started from one little hotel 18 years ago. Henry credits Monte d'Or's existence to the Mask of Chaos. He believes that people are, for one reason or another, drawn to it. That mask has changed so many lives, in so many ways. Mrs. Lador, does the Mask of Chaos really have magical powers? Whoever stole it must think so.
Yes, I'm very interested in the motives of whoever stole the mask. I have a feeling everything will fall into place once we find the perpetrator. Uncovering the truth behind these dark miracles lies in discovering the identity of the masked gentleman. Was the mask locked up in a safe?
No, it was hanging on the wall here. You had a priceless ancient artifact just hanging on your wall, out in the open? And why not? This is our home. Henry thought displaying the mask would bring good luck to Monte d'Or.
Where were you and Henry when the mask was stolen?
I'm pretty certain we were both home, but we have no idea when it happened exactly. There was no sign of forced entry. I do know that the masked gentleman began terrorizing Monte d'Or immediately after we realized that the mask was gone. Do you have any idea why someone would want to harm the town?
An unlucky gambler, a disgruntled property owner, someone with a personal grudge? Do you think this could be about money?
Perhaps someone's trying to disrupt all the businesses in town. Money makes people do crazy things. I don't get what all the fuss is. Money's just paper with old people on it.
plates. These plates have a puzzle.
That plate must have cost a fortune. Don't touch it, Emma, you might break it.
A broken plate would be a sad thing indeed. Such is the case in this puzzle. What a good transition. The cat's trophy. Drat, this pesky feline has knocked 3 plates off the dresser. That cat made off with one of the pieces. Can you tell which plate it's from? Choose between A, B, or C. Alright. Whoops. Memo. Alright, so... let's see, so it's not this one. It's not that one. Or this one. It's this part of C that's missing.
Okay, here we go. That was no match for my wits.
Do you think I'd break it, Professor? I'm not that clumsy, you know.
I thought nothing of the sort, but let's not take any chances.
Oh, alright.
I found a new item, weighted scales. It's time to tip the scales. Angela, has anyone else been in here besides you or Henry?
Henry doesn't even allow our servants in here, but he will entertain the occasional visitor in here. Rather than using the parlor. Mainly for very important guests.
So no one is ever in this room alone without Henry being here as well, correct?
Yes, but we haven't had many guests lately. We keep the doors locked at all times, so whoever stole the mask must have come in through the window. You'd have to be pretty nimble to fit through the window. That would definitely fit the masked gentleman style.
Yes, the thief may have been the masked gentleman, but then again...
Herschel, do you have a theory on who could have done such a thing?
The masked gentleman is most likely someone very familiar with this town. He could be an ordinary citizen hiding behind an ordinary existence.
One of our own residents.
Angela, who here in town would benefit from the turmoil of recent events?
Who? Why, I can't imagine that anyone would benefit from this madness.
Someone with a grudge against Henry, or anyone you've had trouble with in the past.
The only person I can think of with a grudge against Henry is Dalston. Dalston, eh? Sounds suspicious to me.
Alphonse Dalston?
Do you know this cat, Professor? Yes, Herschel, the same. Dalston was an acquaintance of ours back in Stansbury. Between the two of them, Dalston and Harry own most of the casinos in town. They've been business rivals for years. I believe they also had quarrels over the property lines of some of Henry's hotels. I wouldn't be surprised if Dalston set out to sabotage Henry. You know Dalston, Herschel.
Yes, but I don't want to jump to any conclusions just yet.
Also, Dalston's receiving advance warnings from the masked gentleman. Henry's received these warnings as well, but no one else. I don't want to cast suspicion, but Dalston seems to have some sort of connection with the masked gentleman. I find that very suspicious, Mrs. Lador.
That is rather odd. I think it definitely warrants some investigation.
Let's go talk to him right now, Professor. If you want to talk to Dalston, his house is just west of your hotel.
Cool. Let's go. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude?
Psst. How's it going?
Quite well, thank you. How are you?
Just judging things. Don't buy the glitzy sheen of this town. There's a dirty power struggle going on beneath the surface.
Do tell.
Do listen. Nothing free in the world except wishes, though. How about you solve this puzzle and we'll see what happens.
Puzzle 35. Guest stars. Bartender places 5 bottle caps on the bar, with the star logos facing up. She closes her eyes and starts turning caps over at random, counting every turn. Once she reaches 25, she suddenly slams her hand onto the bar, covers up one of the caps, and asks you, is the logo on this cap facing up or down? With the situation shown in the diagram above, can you answer her question? Let's see. So if they were all facing up, then there on 25 there would be an odd number of them facing up. So that means that this would have to be face up, which is probably very painful to slam your hand down onto. I would not want to do that to a bottle cap.
As promised, I'll spill the beans, but you gotta promise to pick 'em up. See, the Ladors built this town a while ago using money Mr. Lador found while he was treasure hunting. Then you've got Dalston, who built a bunch of hotels over the years and made some nice coin here in town. These recent miracles sure seem to be jeopardizing all of Mr. Lador's work, catch my drift?
If the Lador holdings fall apart or lose their value, Dalston stands to benefit. Is that what you're getting at?
Hey, look, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but I think there's a conspiracy here. Find who benefits from this chaos.
In other words, you think Alphonse Dalston is the masked gentleman?
I'm not sure Alphonse Dalston can fit into the masked gentleman's pants, but it can't hurt to talk to him.
Thanks, dude. That's what we just were thinking anyways. Oops. Don't need to investigate any of these people. Look at this dude.
When will I learn? Never bet on black. Never bet on black. Looks like jam and hackish sandwiches for me all week again.
Pardon me, sir. We are seeking information on the masked gentleman. Might we speak with you for a moment?
But if I knew anything about the masked gentleman, I'd be down at the police station collecting my reward money. But if I were to wager a guess, I'd bet that he's some poor sap who's just down on his luck. I don't think he's such a bad guy.
Oh, really? Why do you say that?
Picture this, the poor guy gets robbed blind in the casino, who loses everything because it's all fixed. What's he supposed to do?
Are we both speaking of the same masked gentleman here?
Wait a second, do you really think some guy would start terrorizing an entire city just because he lost a few bets? Look, lady, it's just theory, okay? I didn't say it was a good one. It's all crazy. Doesn't make sense that the horses are... just forget it.
What's this about horses?
If you think I'm gonna give you info for free, you got nothing coming, pal. Cough up some brain power.
Alright, if you want brain power, if you insist, I will cough up some brain power for you. No, damn it, where is it? There we go. Alright, there you go. That joke took too long. This roulette wheel isn't behaving as it should. Instead of stopping at random, the ball seems to land on numbers according to some unknown rule. On successive spins, the ball lands on 10, 9, 8, 5, and then 3. Where will the ball land next? Let's see. Let's see, so if we start at 10, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 9. So if we go from 9 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that lands on 8. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we land on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we land on 3. So then 1, 2, 3, it will land on 6.
I believe I have this one.
Yeah, sorry, that was...
Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
That was very loud. I'm sorry about that. My Windows Media Player kind of sucks because the like volumes that are good are the numbers between 5 and 0, so fine-tuning it is basically impossible.
first I lose my entire paycheck, and now I gotta turn over my only valuable info about those stupid miracles.
Now, what was this about horses, and how is this linked to the masked gentleman?
Well, all I heard is that you had a horse to sell around the time you first appeared. You can make some serious dough. That's all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go scrounge around for loose change under some park benches.
Why would he think that information was valuable? Was he betting on horse races as well?
Perhaps it had something to do with the incident in which the masked gentleman turned people into horses.
Something's fishy here, or horsey.
Dalston's estate should be west of here. West of here. Nope, this is the damn circus. This must be the circus tent that Juggles the Clown was referring to.
Can we go inside, please? Remember, Luke, we're not here to have fun. We're looking for clues that will lead us to the masked gentleman. Oh, yes, of course. Finally feels like a bit like the desert out here.
Yes, you can see the characteristic ruins of this region out here.
Dalston looks good. Everything out here is quite breathtaking.
This area was once riddled with such ruins. Oh, is this cutscene time? Oh no, mystery time. Although Montedor is a new city built in the latest architectural fashion, one can find traces here and there of an ancient design. Where do these come from? What do they mean? And where do they go? Captain Joe. This area of desert is known to be the site of various ancient ruins. Montedor must also have its share of relics. I'm interested in seeing both the ruins and the circus very soon, but for now, the Dalston residence is just over that way.
Oh, Professor!
Don't move.
This puppy should learn some manners.
Leave that young lady alone. Get back here, now!
I did not pin this guy's voice correctly. In the past.
Herschel Layton, I haven't seen you in ages. What are you doing here?
Hello, Dalston. It has been some time.
Don't tell me you moved here too.
No, actually, I'm here on business. You left Stansbury for a successful business career just as you had planned, I see.
Of course, that bird couldn't hold me. Besides, Stansbury turned into a ghost town after that mess with the Ascot family. And tourists don't visit ghost towns, which means ghost hotels don't make any ghost money, or real money either.
Yes, I've heard you become quite the entrepreneur. I recall that your dream was always to own your own hotels.
Yeah, and I recall you having more hair. Enough small talk, Layton. What kind of business are you here on?
I'm investigating the recent events surrounding the masked gentleman.
Who put you up to this? Angela? Let me guess, you're here to see if I seem suspicious at all, right? Rubbish. What do I have to gain from that maniac terrorizing the town? This chaos is bad for business. Everyone's business.
Well, there are rumors of a power struggle taking place in Montedor. If one wanted to hurt an opponent, one might be willing to take a sacrifice or two, no? Hypothetically speaking. Why does the masked gentleman send advance warnings of his actions to both you and Henry? Surely many other business owners in town would find such information useful. It certainly seems that there is some sort of connection between the two of you and the masked gentleman, Dalston.
Naive as ever, Layton. If anyone's connected to that masked creep, it's Angela.
I beg your pardon.
Look, Layton, this is real life, not chess. I'm interested in a sacrifice or two. And you know perfectly well that Angela blamed Henry for Randall's untimely end. Henry encouraged that last expedition. So now, years later, Angela and Henry are married. You know the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer?
Angela holding a grudge against Henry after all these years? Come now, Dalston, that seems highly unlikely.
About as unlikely as me sacrificing anything I work for. First off, Angela would never show Henry how much she resents him. Angela hid her resentment when she buried Randall.
She's been planning her revenge ever since. Don't fall for her nice girl act. Angela never even let you forgive yourself for Randall's death. She drove you straight out of Stansbury. Come on, Layton. I wouldn't say that. That's fine, because I would. Open your eyes, Layton. Henry loved Angela, and he couldn't stand seeing her with Randall. So he sent Randall out on that expedition into those ruins knowing how dangerous it was. That's ridiculous, Dalston, and rather offensive, I might add. Oh, here's it. And how come Henry kept the secret code of the Norwell Wall to himself? I'll tell you why, so he could get the treasure. Treasure that should have been Randall's. Angela wasn't gonna let him get away with that. This whole masked gentleman fiasco is all her doing. With one stroke, Angela can ruin Henry, get the treasure, and exact her revenge. Genius! That's quite the tale, Dalston, but without proof, that's all it is, a tale. I hope I'm there when you finally realize the truth, Layton. You're being played like a cheap violin. This ain't no city of miracles, Layton. It's a city of betrayals. City of betrayals, but there's so many fun things to do. See, Layton, you're seeing this whole thing through the eyes of a child. What's wrong with that? It's alright, Luke. Professor, I think we're done speaking with this man. I don't want to hear his nonsense anymore. Oh, this boy has some spirit. You got a future ahead of you, kid. Maybe you should all pay a visit to the mayor. Oh, really? And why is that? Mayor Belson put together a special task force to investigate the masked gentleman. If you want the truth, I got no problem saying that maybe they can help you, or vice versa, because I got nothing to hide. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Dalston may have a point here, Professor. Yes, then, it seems a visit to the mayor might be in order. Mr. Dalston, another letter for you. There are two, actually. One for you and the other for Mr. Herschel Layton. For me? Greetings from the masked gentleman. I hope you enjoyed last night's festivities. I know I did. It was so refreshing. You see, people who are made of stone cannot tell lies. In fact, they cannot do much of anything. They can only stand there, cold and unfeeling. To rob people of their ability to tell lies is quite miraculous, don't you think? Almost as miraculous as my follow-up tonight will be. I'll be performing in the Gallery Plaza. I promise it will be an uplifting experience you won't want to miss. I hope to see you there. A warning from the masked gentleman, while I stood before you, no less. How did anyone know we were here? Professor, I think we're being watched. I believe you're right, Henry. Look, that plaza's going to be teeming with tourists tonight. Someone may get hurt. We still have time before sundown. We need to inform the mayor of this. Shall we be off, Professor? Yes, let's go. Mayor should be down at City Hall. It's just past the Lador Mansion. He's probably meeting with his task force as we speak. I know he's got some detectives coming in from London, too. Hopefully you'll get there just in time to hear them falsely accuse me of being the masked gentleman. Maybe we will. Come now, Luke. Let's head to City Hall. Thank you, Dalston. This was informative. City Hall must be down this way. I love how they split the city up into a big fork so that it takes the maximum amount of time for me to walk anywhere. I think this is it. Quite a marvelous building. Let's see if the mayor's task force is inside. I didn't think City Hall would be this big. Montedor continues to impress. It appears as if the entire police department is here. I hope that's not the case. They do have a police station outside of town. Looks like they're taking the recent events very seriously.
Yes, it appears the masked gentleman is receiving the attention he craves.
We didn't see many of the officers after the stone statue incident, so I think it's safe to say that the police aren't getting any advance warnings.
I can understand if this villain has a grudge against the town, but targeting innocent people just isn't right.
I agree, Luke. We need to get to the bottom of things as quickly as possible. You are here at City Hall. Is the mayor in? We'd like to speak with him regarding the task force he has assembled to investigate the masked gentleman. I'm sorry, but you'll need the mayor's approval to talk to the task force. To get the approval, you need to see the mayor, which is what you just asked to do. I'll go see if he's available.
Wow, I'm excited to meet the mayor. Managing a town like Monte d'Or must be a big responsibility. Maybe I'll be a mayor when I grow up. How does Mayor Luke Triton sound? Oh my.
Mayor Rich Bilson, how are you doing? A pleasure to see you again.
Oh, actually, I don't believe we've met. My name is Professor Herschel Layton. I'm a friend of Angela Lador's.
I'm Emil Tova. And I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice.
My colleagues and I are investigating the masked gentleman. We'd like your permission to discuss the case with your task force.
Well, we could use some help, but we have a lot of sensitive information going around. How many puzzles have you solved so far? I'm sorry, but every officer on the task force has solved at least 25 puzzles. That's the standard we agreed upon.
Well then, we'll return when we've solved at least 25 puzzles. How many do I have? 23. Ah, dang, man. Do you have a puzzle? Alright, so that's 24.
Stamp and file, stamp and file. Every time the masked gentleman appears, the paperwork goes through the roof. All these officers and they still can't catch the guy. What if I were that bad at my job? Just saying. How do they expect to solve crimes when they can't even solve this puzzle?
A hat of tiles. You have a stack of thin tiles that are 3x3 in size. There are 3 colors, and each tile is a solid color. Use the available tiles and stack them on each other to construct a top hat like the one above. How should you layer them? Alright. Done.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
Police can't solve this puzzle that some ordinary citizen can. No wonder this investigation's going nowhere.
To be fair, the masked gentleman's actions are highly unpredictable.
With safety as a top priority, it could be risky to try and take the masked gentleman into custody when he appears in the crowd. I've heard the excuses more times than you can imagine. Tell me why those people who got torn into horses are still out there grazing like cows. Like people cows. Whatever, the task force is in the back meeting room. If you get the mayor's permission, you can go in if you like. Bet she and Juggles would get along well.
People are growing increasingly pessimistic here. It's tough to blame them.
We need to catch the masked gentleman before he strikes again.
Alright, and any other puzzles in here? Or do I have to go outside and like talk to the clown outside for more puzzles? Lamp. Lamp. Give me that lamp puzzle.
The power cables for the lamps are connected in a rather peculiar way.
Which one goes where, Professor?
Puzzle 40, crossed connections. You have 4 cables plugged into 4 sockets, but as they run through pipes, you have no idea which cable connects to which socket. You only know part of where cables B and C run through as shown above. The length of cable inside the pipe is 6 meters for each cable, and each section of pipe is 1 meter long. However, while the vertical pipes can hold as many cables as needed, the horizontal pipes can hold only 1. Can you work out which cable is connected to which socket? Alright, let's see. So for C, we know it's here. So then if we just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it has to be in slot 1. And then B is here. So we know it has to have gone this way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the only way it can go is 5, 6 like that. So then from there, we need to find out where A and D went. Let's see. And all the cables so far
have just gone like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to be 2 away from its starting point to have a length of 6. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Didn't arrange these quite properly. Let's see. Whoops, I drew that from D. There we go. They're all the exact same shape and size. So done.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
That one looks more complicated than the one I made. Ah, that's that then. Still quite odd. Alright, well I have 25 puzzles now. Let me in.
I requested assistance from London, I forgot the detectives' names, but they seem very capable. Task Force strategy meeting's about to begin. I hope some progress will be made. Please join the meeting if you'd like. It sounds like the fighting has already begun. I would be grateful for anything you could do to defuse the situation.
A detective from London, I wonder.
Just head to the briefing room back there.
Thank you for your help, Mayor Bilson. Also, this guy's character design is like fucked up. At first, it looks like those two things in front of his face are like a pair of glasses on his nose, but then you see they wiggle. And they're just like fleshy growths coming out of his nose. It's weird. It's our good friend, trying to figure out how to get a projector to work.
Don't you sneak up on me like that! Who let a child in here?
I'm no child. I'm Luke Triton, apprentice to Professor Layton.
Ah, of course. Inspector Grosky. We should have known it was you. How did you get in here with all the competent police officers?
Wow, what a burn.
Emmy, how rude! If you're not careful, you might end up hurting my feelings. Guess I'll have to turn to my arrest record at Scotland Yard to cheer me up.
And how many of those arrests came with the professor's help? About half?
Yeah, I suppose that sounds about right. Good to see you too, Emmy.
Professor Layton, I presume. Detective Inspector Leonard Bloom, Senior Detective at Scotland Yard.
That's quite the title. Herschel Layton, how do you do?
Wow, this
Yeah, that
is a
sounds
really
about
big deal
right.
to dispatch two of Scotland Yard's finest.
I guess so.
I wonder how the local police feel about bringing in external help.
How did all these people get in my briefing room? Who are these civilians? Where's my tea?
Look at this, like, eraser head guy. Like, just pencil eraser.
Chief Sheffield, may I introduce Professor Herschel Layton? Scotland Yard has solved many difficult cases with his assistance. I assure you, any help he can offer will be invaluable to us.
All right then. Just make sure he doesn't get in the way. Now, if we're done with the pleasantries, I'd like to get on with solving this case.
Sour Patch Kids cereal? That sounds super weird. For one, why are you eating cereal at 1 a.m.? You know what? That's valid. Cereal can be a dessert. Although this one sounds more like a punishment.
Let's get this meeting started before I turn gray. Too late.
Start the briefing? No. I want to talk to my friend Inspector Grosky first. I guess I can talk to Bloom also. If you've finished your business, please let Chief Sheffield know and I'll get started.
How long is this meeting going to last? I think we should all run in place if we're going to be here a while. Fitness first, you know.
You should try jogging your mind, Grosky. Alright, nothing interesting. Start the briefing.
Nobody better have to go to the loo.
Let's not drag this out any longer than we need to. Grab a seat and sit in it. Bloom, the floor's all yours.
Please, if you would give me your attention, then perhaps I could help you apprehend the masked gentleman. Since you have proven yourselves to be astoundingly ineffective thus far, we've brought in some extra brain power to expose the truth behind these dark miracles. This masked buffoon has made 4 appearances. We will now dissect each one carefully.
We must demystify the masked gentleman's actions in order to fully analyze this case. We have a special guest here. His skills of deduction are unparalleled. Professor Layton, do you have anything to add? Yes, we have been investigating the masked gentleman on our own. Where shall I begin? Let's begin with the most bizarre. Do you have any information on the horse incident? I've been able to gather very little on that incident specifically. However, I understand there were witnesses. Indeed, perhaps we should fill you in on what we know. Please do. You've seen the statements we took from the witnesses at the scene. No, but I'd like to if you don't mind. Solve the puzzle. I'll summarize the confirmed witness statements as they relate to the evidence recovered at the scene. The event occurred at night. The carnival's parade was in full swing. As the parade approached a bend in the road near the merchant district, the masked gentleman appeared. I assumed there was a large crowd. Yes, as was expected, no doubt. A flash of light appeared in the sky, and the masked gentleman was seen on the ledge of a building. According to reports, the light then grew in intensity to the point of temporarily blinding the onlookers. When the light subsided, it appeared that some of the onlookers had been transformed into horses. Only a few personal effects were left behind. The bodies of the tourists could not be found. Inspector Bloom, do you have a theory as to what happened that night? I do. Please, allow me to confirm a couple of items before we continue. The parade here always happens at the same time, correct? Yes, it starts at 8 p.m. Were you able to confirm the identities of the tourists who were transformed? No, oddly enough, the tourists' belongings contained no forms of identification. Thank you, Detective Bloom. Looking at the information at hand, I believe the truth is clear. The masked gentleman obviously tricked witnesses into believing people had been turned into horses. There's one essential element to his manipulation of the crowd. It was the time of the parade. It was already dark by the time the parade began. It's much easier to pull off a trick of the eyes at night. I agree, Layton. It's much more likely that an audience will miss something under a night sky. Several witnesses reported that they saw the Taurus actually transform. I, however, am not a believer in the dark equine arts. Why couldn't the witnesses have seen the Taurus actually transform? Their eyes were closed. By the time the horses appeared, the onlookers would have closed their eyes. Exactly. Against a night sky, the human eye would be quite sensitive to the blinding light that was reported. The masked gentleman temporarily blinded those present to cover his actions. Horses were then immediately brought in as the so-called tourists left, but if that's true, there's still one thing left to explain. Where could the horses have been hidden? In the alleyways. The nearby alleyways, one could hide them down various alleys and quickly bring them out into the plaza. Well done, Layton. I see your reputation is well earned. So, if I may summarize, first it seems that the location of this act was key. The plaza is surrounded by several dark alleys. Due to a bend in the road, the area isn't fully visible until you enter it. Whoops. Just before the event, something happened. I assume that he was talking about how they were preparing. A bright light suddenly appeared, blinding the crowd, and at that moment the horses were drawn from the alleys. Then people disguised as tourists left behind some prop belongings and hid somewhere, possibly back in the alleys. Once the witnesses had regained their sight, they saw horses everywhere. Exactly, but there's no evidence supporting the notion that the masked gentleman had accomplices planted in the crowd. That's true, but isn't it suspicious that the personal belongings found at the scene contained no forms of identification? Also, had they been tourists, their families would have undoubtedly filed missing person reports. Agreed, that was my conclusion as well. Puzzle solved, wow.
What, so the masked gentleman's dark miracle was just some stupid parlor trick?
The milk is even worse? Oh no, that sounds awful. Yes, Chief Sheffield, I'm sorry to inform you and your simpletons there was not actually magic, simply a well-executed illusion.
I don't like that tone, Bloom. Take a break, folks. Bloom and I are gonna have a few words. Layton, find me when I'm done.
Alright. I'm going to have to take a quick BRB. But I will return. We're not done quite yet here. But just in case something dumb happens while I'm out, I'm going to save the game. Alright. I will be righty back. Alright, we are back. Sorry for the wait. Before I continue, I'm just gonna real quick ask for a roll call in chat to see who's here. Because if Camille and Linda are both asleep, then I think I'll probably just stop here so that they don't miss too much. Doesn't look like either of them are here. Looks like it's just you, Jared. Well, normally I play at least 4 hours, but if the two of them are both gone, then I think I'll probably stop here for tonight. Make it a bit shorter than usual. Oh, you're here, Camille? Okay. If you are here, I'll continue then. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making too much of a VOD that you have to watch later. If you are here, I will continue. Just wanted to make sure. Alright. What's up, Grosky? You got anything fun?
Classic, very Layton-esque. I can't wait to hear you explain the next one.
I want to get started on the next one. I'm interested to see what you think about the incident at the museum.
What do you know so far?
We have reports of people jumping out of some paintings in the museum and defacing property around town. Ridiculous.
These individuals vandalized the area.
More than that, witnesses said these oily dressed folks destroyed property, broke windows, nearly started a riot, and they disappeared just as quickly as they appeared.
Did anyone actually see these people come out of the paintings?
No, the museum was closed by then.
So why do people think these individuals came out of the paintings?
Well, they apparently were dressed just like people in some of the paintings that were displayed in the museum. Down to the finest detail. When we checked the museum, we saw that the paintings were empty.
What do you mean, empty?
I don't know how else to say it. All the people in the paintings were gone, only the backgrounds were left.
Interesting. The key here must lie in the paintings themselves.
That's what I thought, but we don't know best men at these paintings and haven't found a thing.
Allow me to ask a few questions. Were the paintings in question from a common source?
Yes, according to the museum's curator, they were all donated earlier that day. The majority of them were famous portraits that came from an anonymous donor. That can't be a coincidence.
Whoever donated these paintings must be considered an accomplice to this.
We looked into it, but nobody has any information on the donor. We interrogated the entire museum staff and they all checked out clean and ignorant. A lot of time spent and nothing learned.
We must understand how the illusion was created in order to find the truth. Were these paintings unusually framed? Are they thick enough to say hide a person? Nope, they're all standard size. Were they strangely packaged?
Curator did say they were all vacuum sealed. He said the type of care was usually reserved for very rare items.
I believe the airtight packaging is the key.
Portraits were sealed when they arrived and the frames came in thick metal cases. Museum staff was surprised that replicas required such secure packaging. We didn't think much of it.
If my theory is correct, the donation must have included specific display instructions. Did the display instructions specify when to display them?
Why, yes, actually they were. Your deductive skills are impressive, Layton. Crates arrived in the morning with instructions that they would be displayed exactly at noon. How would you know that?
Well, therein lies the trick. The illusion was created by hallucinogenic gas. No, it was created by vanishing paint. The portraits were treated with a special paint that evaporates when exposed to air.
Does such a thing even exist?
Have you ever noticed how sunlight can cause the colors in a painting to fade? In a similar way, it's possible to create chemically reactive paints that will turn transparent when exposed to air.
Of course, you could make anything in the painting look like it just disappeared.
The chemical process would have to run its course, so the timing must be precise. The seals were removed so that the paint turning transparent would coincide with the appearance of the vandals. The masked gentleman had these vandals dress up just like the people in the portraits.
Genius, or insanity. But, Layton, we have no evidence to back this theory of yours.
Well, I doubt such paint would disappear completely without trace. If you examine the paintings for chemical residue, I'm sure you'll find outlines from where the paint turned transparent.
Fascinating. Well, we'll see what we find. Good work, Layton.
Another one down. Let's take a break. I would like a minute to think about this.
I'll give you the breaks around here, Bloom. Alright, everyone, take 5. Layton, let me know when you're ready to continue.
Oh, that's the same thing he said last time. Alright, let's just go on then.
Alright, let's get to it, guys. Spectre Grosky, the floor is yours.
Right, Layton, let's take a look at another one of these dark miracles. The next one's a real doozy.
Well, if it's anything like the first two, it's not a miracle at all.
Yes, but none of the other ones involve people being engulfed in flames.
That is true.
It all began last Sunday morning. "13 citizens received a threatening letter from a masked you-know-who, read as follows.
If you value your life, come to the Gallery Plaza this afternoon at 1 o'clock.
He also took out an ad in the paper. Dark miracles seeking Gallery Plaza. No more games. Meet me at 1 p.m.
Quite a bold move making an announcement like that.
Yes, the plaza was packed with tourists and local citizens alike. We have a transcript of his little performance here.
Welcome, good people of Montedor. I am the masked gentleman. 13 of you received a special invitation to be here.
Our masked gentleman didn't show himself, only his voice was heard in front of a tent that was set up there. Just before 1 p.m., part of the tent was dropped to reveal the 13 invitees.
How far away was this stage from the audience?
We don't have that exact information. Not far, but not close either. So then, when the clock struck 1, boom! All 13 people burst into flames. Apparently, the flames burned brightly, peaked, and were immediately gone.
The flames were gone?
Yes, gone, no more. Burned themselves to ashes and blew away, probably.
That's not a miracle, that's a public execution.
But it wasn't. All 13 people were later found at home, completely unharmed.
I don't understand.
No one does. All 13 were just as confused as we were. They remember going to the plaza, but nothing after that.
Did you check under the stage? Maybe the 13 people hid under it during the fire.
Stage was completely destroyed by the fire. Nothing was left but ashes. I'm going crazy racking my brain here. It's like trying to bench press a car. I'm so close, but I can't quite get it.
I love that he implies that he can almost bench press a car. Are the investigating officers present?
Yes, sir. I took the witness statements and interrogated all 13 individuals, sir.
I have a few questions for you. All 13 people were handpicked by the masked gentleman. Were they friends with each other?
Not exactly, but now that you mention it.
Yes? I thought maybe they worked out together or something. They all went to the same gym.
Well, this is news to me. None of them looked like they could even find a gym.
I didn't think it was that significant. I mean, that was their only connection.
Coincidence of fitness, Layton.
I don't believe in coincidences. Did any of the witnesses see people get on the stage? I thought that was strange too. No one saw the tent go up or anyone enter it. Sounds like the tent was just there. So the invitees got on stage without being seen by anyone.
In the middle of the day, no less.
Yes, very strange. I'm curious about one other thing. Far away. Far. No, never mind. Were their clothes the same at home? Were the clothes they were wearing on stage different than what they were wearing at home when you questioned them? Oh, well, I don't know. Is there any way to find out? I can take a look at the photos, just give me 1 second.
What are you thinking, Layton?
We might have something here. Oh, Professor, sir, all their outfits were different.
What? All 13 of them? That's, well, I don't know what that means.
We've got photos that some tourists took on the scene, and every one of those 13 were wearing different outfits at home.
What could that possibly... Oh, I think I've got it. Yes, I've solved it.
Don't hurt me, Inspector. What is it?
The victim's clothes burned up on stage, and they all ran home naked to change.
Grosky.
Well, I don't hear any other brilliant ideas. Stop smirking, Layton. What is it?
I wasn't smirking. My mouth was just thinking. Inspector, I don't believe our 13 victims ever left their homes.
Have you lost your mind, Layton? Hundreds of people saw them on that stage.
Allow me to explain. All 13 people received a letter, correct? That's right. Was it just one letter? I believe there was a second letter that gave instructions to not leave home, possibly with a reward for doing so. This letter probably contained instructions to show only the first letter to the police under threat of some horrible consequences.
But they were in their plaza on that stage.
Actually, there is no evidence of that. I believe there are expertly crafted, highly combustible mannequins on that stage.
How do you figure that based on what they were wearing?
Someone stole their clothes in advance.
From the gym, of course. Some of them had said they had been victims of theft recently, but I didn't think anything of it. Hang on.
While the invitees were safely at home, the masked gentleman burned their likenesses as others watched in horror. The crowd was already convinced that he could perform miracles, so it only took some rudimentary pyrotechnics.
That's preposterous, Layton. I think your pyrrhic streak ends here.
Professor Layton, you're right. I found a second letter in the evidence bags. Great work, Professor. I'm always happy to cast some light on a dark miracle. Absolutely brilliant, Professor Layton. We don't have much information on the statue, but when we get something, I'd like to speak to you. Who knows, now that we are onto some of the masked gentleman's methods, perhaps we can solve this one ourselves. I have faith in your team, Detective.
Well, at least now we know this wheel is just a big phony. He's flesh and blood like the rest of us.
I knew it all along. I know this masked fool's tricks now. He can run and he can hide. But he can't run and hide from Grosky of the Yard. I'm coming for you, maskhead face. Yow!
Well then. I'm really very sorry about him. No matter how many times we discuss this, it doesn't seem to do any good. He's quite excitable. Inspector Grosky and I will continue to investigate the scene of the statue incident once he's calmed down. Professor Layton, let's reconvene once our officers have finished searching the scene. Yes. In the meantime, Emmy, Luke, and I will continue our own investigation. Meeting adjourned. Hang on, wait, I gotta go back in there.
Layton, I just heard. Stupendous. Absolutely incredible. Thank you for your help.
It was nothing, Mayor.
Oh, it was. Never mind then. Wait, it was definitely not nothing. The police said you debunked our dark miracles. This means you can reopen the art museum. The curator will be thrilled. Maybe you could stop there so he can thank you in person. I only recently received some new art donations. I'll personally see to it that they're checked for vanishing paint. You reopen the museum, Professor.
Always happy to do something for the fine arts. Perhaps we should continue our investigation with a museum visit.
I never thought I'd be so excited about going to a museum.
Okay, hang on. I have to go back in this room. Look at this freaking guy back here. Just A-posing, like, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. What is this? This guy looks ridiculous. He's nodding with, like, his entire body. Oh jeez, look who it is. Oh, that Inspector Grosky is such a dreamboat. The neon lights on Montedor really highlight his pompadour and his chest hair. It's like a furry hand greeting you from just over his collar. Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Hannah, president of the Groskettes. That's my fan club. Won't Inspector Grosky care to join? Ah, Hannah, of course. We met before, and thanks but no thanks. I'm not really much of a joiner. I followed the inspector here, but he seems to be busy doing police work. He's been working around the clock. Sorry you had to come all the way from London for nothing, if you'll excuse us. It's my duty as president to watch Inspector Grosky's every move. Too bad the local police are holding him back. Local police are holding Grosky back? I mean, yes, How long have you been following Grosky around, Hannah? Oh, a while. I was there when the masked gentleman turned those people into horses. That was crazy. I was also there when he turned those people to stone. That was insanity. And now Grosky is moving swiftly to capture the masked gentleman, though. Well, his legs move swiftly, as does his mouth. We know that much. I heard the police found tracks from some sort of carriage. Next time I see Grosky, I'm going to tell him about the tracks. He worked so hard, he may not have heard about them yet. I also found this photo when I was following the inspector around the other day. I was hoping it would be a useful clue. Puzzle 42. Couple at the cafe. The owner of a cafe took a photo of a visiting celebrity couple. Police dispatched the owner said he'd put it up somewhere in the cafe, but the resulting photo ended up looking a bit miserable. Where's the best place to put it up without harming the cheerful ambience of the cafe? Oh, and this is a special photo, so you can't cut it up. Should put it here on this post. Wrap it around the post so it looks like they're looking at each other.
Piece of cake.
If only life was as simple as a puzzle. What am I doing? I don't have time to move around. I've got things to do. Inspector Grosky isn't going to follow himself around. Okay, bye. I'm going to the museum. Looks like the museum reopened. Just like the mayor said. Let's go inside and have a look. Ah, it is a fine museum. Fine, I'd say it's magnificent. It's so nice to be able to share our gift of art with the people again. Thank you so much for your help. I'm Artie, the director here. Mayor Bilson told me about your work with the task force. It was my pleasure. Might I ask you a few questions about the incident here? Of course, but I've already told the police everything I know. Though I can assure you that we'll be inspecting any anonymous donations much more thoroughly from now on. I don't imagine the masked gentleman will be making any more donations here. I certainly hope not. We did find a nice puzzle among the donated paintings here. Wow, a painting puzzle. Oh no, pizza puzzle. A renowned but clumsy chef prepared this mouth-watering margarita pizza and cut it into 8 slices. Unfortunately, he somehow managed to flip over all but one of them in the process. He's tried his best to flip the slices back up, but the cheese is spread so thickly that every time he flips them, the adjacent slices turn over with it. Can you find a way to flip the slices so they all face the right way up? Also, hold on a second, I gotta plug my DS in because it's on red power. Cut thunk. It's making a little bit of a feedback loop. That's not ideal, but I guess that's what we have to deal with. Sorry about that. That's just gonna be a problem if I want to have my DS powered on. This might be a good stop because of this terrible ringing noise. I don't want to have this going on through the rest of the stream. I'll finish this puzzle and then save and end. Alright. Yeah, so this is just one of these classic puzzles where you flip things and then other things flip and it's like, oh, but it didn't flip the right way. Prank to you, dude. Pizza.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Oh, you really are something else. Detective Bloom said you were a puzzle master. Thank you again. We couldn't have reopened the museum without your help, and Mr. Lador's help, of course. Henry? Yes, that's right. He kindly donated several replacements for the confiscated pieces. We're storing them in our warehouse with the other pieces generously donated by Mr. Lador, just until we inspect them. Guess when you're the richest guy in town, you can replenish the museum pretty easily. I suppose you're right, Luke. Mr. Lador is a valued patron. If you have other questions, Madame Lapushka in the merchant district may be able to help you. I'm not one for gossip, but she's lived here quite a while. She knows everything about everyone, and she loves to talk. Yes, thank you, Artie.
Let's pay her a visit, shall we?
Okay. But instead of that, I'm going to save the game and end the stream. Gotta go 3.5 or so hours of gameplay in. This isn't the best plot time to stop, but whatever. I don't remember when the good plot times to stop in this game are, so I'm going to pull the audio on that so we don't have to hear the buzzing, the ringing sound anymore. I'm going to turn off the 3DS.